Start recording.
Hey guys, it's me, PewDiePie.
All right,
Yes, and
on the
today we're going
last
to kill
episode
PewDiePie.
of
On
Goblin
the
2,
last episode of Goblin 2.
We got our asses handed
like
to us.
8 years ago.
Yeah.
More like 4
Um,
weeks.
Yeah, it's been a month.
It's been a while.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a
Yeah.
month. That's how long
It's
we put
been
this
at
off.
least 4 weeks. At least. Actually, I have, let me see. If I look at my lovely list here, the last one was on April 6th.
3 weeks.
20
Yeah.
days ago.
Or
So,
April 5th.
Yeah, 20 days.
Yep.
21 days. So that's like 3
whole
weeks. Yeah.
Feels like longer.
Yeah, things have been going slow lately. That's fine. I think. Anyways, last
I
time
blame Canada.
I blame Omega.
I've never been the problem for D&D.
Ha! So what happened last time was we were wandering around more through the dungeon. We went down another level, beat up some things, let out a goblin, and she was saying like, oh, they have a secret thing upstairs, blah blah blah. We're like, yeah, all right. So we go up. Well, we kind of help her free, and go upstairs, and we kind of, excuse me. After a little trial and error, we kind of get the secret ladder to come down and then go up. And I tried to come up with a decent strategy for luring them out. Didn't work that well. Ended up kind of really freaking them out, which is kind of funny. And then after that, we had a big old fight in a room with some goblins. All of them died. We had an argument over how Molotovs work. And then the big bad, which I don't even want to bother to remember his name, and his two lackeys, which were a giant and what was the other one?
Okay, who the hell's
He
drawing?
just mainly had a giant.
No, there's okay.
He had a giant with and him. That was it.
And him. Oh, the third thing.
And it
Okay.
was an
Either way.
ogre. It was specifically an ogre.
Okay.
But yeah.
Either way, and then he kind of beat the crap out of us, and then we beat the crap out of him.
Dead.
Yeah, and it was a very big struggle. 3 of us were down. Burns and Carl. Burns and Carl managed to beat him up and kill him.
Yep, everyone else was downed.
I mean, I literally got back up last second, but I'm pretty sure it dealt some pretty big damage to him as well.
You dealt damage to him, but you were downed at the end.
But then I literally rose back up with a nat 20 before.
So do me a sub, and let break go on.
Oh yeah, we got loot. That's. I think that's where it ended, and then we were very much too tired to continue. So
Yeah, it
yeah,
was
so,
very rushed ending. You did
Can all
get
of
some
you
loot.
argue over who gets the ring of protection?
I don't want it. I like my clockwork.
I
don't
want
have
RT for it. I think I need protection.
Yes, you can have that. I have 19. I don't need to be stronger.
Yeah, you have your shield.
You weak little bitch.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
Brad,
Protect the squish.
yes. Brad didn't have a magical item beforehand, did he?
Nope.
Who else? I don't have a magical item.
I
either. Does
technically
anyone
don't have
else?
a magical item either.
You
but-
do. No, Omega, you
You
have
do.
one. It's your
Yeah.
shield.
And
I have my clockwork
Shank has
amulet.
the returning daggers.
Yeah, and Carl took the little bubble pipe.
Do I? Oh, I do. I definitely wrote that down.
Yeah, definitely.
You also
yeah,
have that
no,
kick-ass
I
ram.
definitely got it.
Yeah, that's not a magical item though.
I know.
That's just
So are
awesome.
you giving it to Brad?
Yeah,
Okay, I
the
will.
one without magical item.
I will slot a ring of protection. Oh, okay.
Did I put it in the wrong spot?
No, it's fine. I was just dragging it in. Cause it should. Yep. I think it buffed your AC already, right? Or was yours 15?
It was at 15.
Okay, so basically the way the Ring of Protection works is it's +1 to your AC, and it's also +1 to saving throws.
Cool.
So, Chappie, how do you feel? You're slightly stronger.
Oh, I'm still pretty much dead. -4.
Well, we stabilized you.
I've been disemboweled on the floor, and you guys all walked in the room to check out the sweet rug there that looks like a giant eyeball. And you're all like, hey,
None of us knew it was a rug, but at the same time,
our party's
Actually, yeah.
different all of a sudden. There isn't a giant dragonborn in everybody's way. It's kind of nice.
Aw.
We
we
remember.
love and appreciate you.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
love is
Laying here on the
this
floor,
is how I
crying,
have to do it,
listening to
so-
Celine Dion in my head.
We appreciate you.
Mods.
I mean, Carl's the
so
one
this
that's
says-
just been sitting in a corner reading a book the whole time.
I'm not going to say yes or no to that.
Oh, actually, are you sure? Let me see. Let me
I
see
can
what
either
happens if I
confirm nor deny that
unequip
statement.
this. Yeah, you actually had 14 AC.
Oh, whatever.
So now, with the Ring of Protection equipped, you have 15. There you go.
That's pretty good, though.
That's
Yep.
still good. Yeah. and
He
your
also
AC
has
+1.
+1 to all saving throws, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
for real.
Roll a 10, and now it's an 11.
Yeah, and it already basically adds the modifiers. as
Plus,
soon
that
as
stacks
they're
with
equipped.
everything else. Like a +6 to saving throws is now +7, which is ridiculous.
So, it's only on saves though. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
so,
This will probably be the best loot you give us for a while.
What was her name again? It was you rescued Naxcree. I can't say her name right now. Sure. And basically I think you stabilized her, you helped her out.
Why is
So-
there red over my character?
So she will basically lead you back home and basically
Okay.
guide you so that you don't end up getting through anything. One of you also still holds the ring from before,
Oh, yeah.
if you remember that ring.
Oh, that ring. yeah,
I think
The
Jack
brothers
has
ring.
it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have that ring, I think.
Oh,
Oh.
Damien.
I have the brothers ring.
Yeah, I thought Chink did.
So you guys will.
So I
Um,
should probably talk to the brothers since I have a bit more military background.
So it'll
Okay.
take you about 2 days to get back
And I
there.
can also relate to the death of a brother.
Yep. It'll take you about 2 days. She will not join you in the village.
I
She
wonder
is-
why.
She is instead going to report to her chief and talk about what happened.
Probably the better decision.
That was the
Um,
Goblin tribe we kind of helped out, right?
Yeah.
She's from, yeah.
Yep.
You know, the one we took down the bear?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a scout.
The scout from TF2.
You don't need to worry about that because none of that happened.
Wait, did we miss
That's
out
not
on an
ominous.
event?
Essentially, you could have taken him hostage.
Who, the
But-
big bad?
Yeah. If
No.
you guys had talked with him a little bit more, and convinced him that it was the right thing to do, whatever, you could have actually held a trial for him, or if you just knocked him unconscious.
Jesus Christ, we
A
fucked up.
trial? That would have been fun to do.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
well.
wonder who initiated that fight.
Yeah, well, something tells me, right? No matter what happened, we would have fucked up. So, too late.
Yeah, I was definitely sensing not one energy during.
All right,
No,
so
it
you
wasn't.
guys
That entire
can
combat
head back to
was-
town. You guys are back to town. if
So
you would
that's
like to
like
return the
telling me.
ring, you can return the ring.
Yeah, let's return the ring.
Okay. So
Uh,
the you basically I'm doing this just synopsis style because I'm trying to get to the newer stuff.
yeah.
He will basically break down into tears and basically thank you profusely and will not be able to stop crying.
Did
Oh.
we tell him that his brother was a zombie?
No, we did
No,
not tell him that.
no, we
We
don't.
gave him a proper burial.
Did we
And
tell him
then
that
he
at
will
Shut up.
so he will head home and he is not seen in any drinking establishments that evening.
That's good, actually.
Can I follow him and make
least?
sure he's
We don't
okay?
need to drink his problems away.
He
Let's
is
not waste our
fine,
time too much.
and you notice that the next day his grocer stall is actually open at dawn the next morning.
Ooh.
Oh, that's awesome.
And since you're still watching, you see that Brother Rosby comes by, and or he goes and sees Brother Rosby, and they talk, and forgive me, Father, for I have sinned, sort of stuff.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Then later
so
on, you see. God damn it! You're making me want to do that quote, but we're on recording.
You can't. It's very inappropriate, monster.
I mean, I could because it is technically on recording on YouTube anyway. But
Either way.
but so a short
Nice.
funeral ceremony is held for Davis and his men.
Okay. That's
Um,
good, though.
he basically Edward offers his gratitude towards you over the course of the next few days. And basically says how he can now basically handle stuff on his own, and he is really, really happy that you were able to give him some closure.
That's good.
I just realized, just kind of out of character for a second.
Mhm.
What would have happened if we didn't get that encounter?
If you went the other way, you would have never gotten the ring, and he would have basically just always. He would have continuously drunk himself until he was in the ground.
Let's think that we shouldn't have not taken
All right, so
slightly less.
things have kind of started to wind down. Everything's kind of calm. If you guys want to go shopping, you can go shopping. If you guys wanna,
Who sells health potions?
I need better armor too.
I'd like to go to the armor guy.
We can
Alright.
go
On
together.
fire!
We need to get Amanda outfitted properly too.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
Amanda's with you. She's just kind of chilling. She's hanging out with Tavian.
I really wish we did
Tavian
not have this little
has
girl's
bonded
side plot.
pretty well with her over the course of teaching her some slight how to cook.
I'm
Hey, is
training
our
her
cow
every night.
back too?
What?
Is our cow back?
Sure, you can have the cow with you as well. Why not?
Is my Zubat still here?
Your Zubat is
Yeah.
still here. You still have your Zubat.
What's the other pet that we had? We had another one. The cow?
I only remember the
yeah,
cow and the
Oh, I have
Zubat.
my spider.
Yeah, he has the spider.
That might be it.
Holy shit, I'm huge.
It is sentient, by the way. The spider. Why?
I don't
'Cause
know,
I say
I don't
so.
know if it having sentience is a good or bad thing.
Oh,
As
it
long
is
as it
still.
obeys you, I guess.
That's
No, it doesn't obey me more. It's just like, yeah, it helps me out.
Oh,
It's
not a small Damien Bullheart.
chill. Make them smaller.
All right. So
Crush 'em.
basically, we
Where-
can
actually, where
deal
is
with
the armor?
what you guys want to buy later. Basically, if it's in the player's handbook, you're fair enough to pay that price for it. I mean,
I wish for many things.
I'd like to
that's
speak
why
to the
that's why I
armorsmith.
said just pay the price that's in the player's handbook, and then I don't have to worry about going through. Okay, you want individually this, this, and this. You want this. It'll just take too much time. So
Okay. Should
You
we
can-
at least tell you what we grab?
Yeah, just tell me what you grab. But
Did you
besides
already
that,
apply the money to our thing?
hmm?
You did?
You guys each got 300 gold pieces. I think that's what I said. So, you have.
That is 6 pounds in gold, according to
I think we already applied it.
Oh my
Actually,
God,
I think
why
I
is
gave you.
chainmail
I think I
15?
did give you 250, but
Why is
whatever.
plate mail
So
so
this should be about 298, Chappie.
Okay.
I got mine on my other sheet.
Let's see.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I
Does
have
Carl
a
need
pic-
anything? What does Carl hold?
I
Wait.
need.
Actually, can I buy split mail?
You're a barbarian, aren't you?
I'm a fighter.
Oh.
I don't remember if you have any restrictions on it, but
I shouldn't.
It depends on proficiency. It depends on proficiency.
I have
Yeah.
proficiency in heavy armor, light armor, and medium armor.
So yeah, you have proficiency in
Yeah.
literally every armor that there is.
Yep.
Probably can hit.
I can literally wear any armor I want at
Mhm.
any time.
The only
yeah, so
requirement
can I
is
buy
that you have a
split mail?
strength of 15. That is the requirement for splint.
I have a strength of 18.
Then you're fine.
So let's see, split mail.
Yep.
Well,
That-
should put me up to a
That's 200 gold.
armor class of 17,
Yep. AC 17.
Okay.
which
I do
with my
want my
bonuses.
two
I should be in an armor class of 20 now.
What were you saying, Brad?
Oh, I want to buy 2 alchemist fire and put them in the fire fist thing.
So what should I do with my chainmail
Okay.
then?
Did you buy the fire fist thing?
Yeah, I did. I just didn't have alchemist fire.
Let's see. It's 200 gold pieces.
She can also
subtract.
make more, by the way.
Yeah, I know. No, sure, but
I have 158 gold. What do I do with my chainmail then?
Sell it.
I mean, yeah, I think what's selling, is it half or quarter?
Split.
Selling in D&D 5e.
Let's see. In it way.
Buying and selling magic items.
there we go.
Says that sets price of 25% of base. So
Okay, well, chainmail's 75 gold, so
25% of that.
it's like 50.
So you said it's 75 gold?
Yeah.
So that would give you 20 in return.
Oh, wait, are we selling stuff?
Well,
I
we
mean,
can
we
do
can.
this after. We can do this after. So
Yeah.
just so we can progress, because we don't really have a lot of time.
Okay. Well,
Did you
Okay.
say, can I buy health potions while I'm here?
Yep, you can buy health
Okay.
potions. You
And
can
my armor
buy.
class is now 20.
Each of you can buy up to, we'll say, 3 health potions if you.
300 it is.
They are
50 each.
50 each, so you can buy 150 gold worth of health potions.
Sold.
Guys, I'm so powerful now. Can you believe it?
And also, just because all of you, each one of you, give yourself 1 extra free health potion.
Oh, nice.
For basically coming back through, and the reward for taking down the hooded one. Brackety.
Oh yeah, I took his hood, by the way.
Mhm.
I might stitch that onto my.
Oh, that's a bit
outfit.
graphic, but fair.
The hood? How is it graphic?
I thought you said head. Never mind.
No,
No,
hood.
hood. Burns Ghosts will take cloth scraps, not body parts.
Sure.
What do I want to do? Something what?
But yeah, I have 20 AC now.
Alright.
Jesus fuck.
Mm-hmm. So,
I do want. I have an idea for crafting.
It could be
I don't know
21 AC
Monster
if
would
I
be
got
happy
plate
with me,
mail,
though.
but that's way too out of my league.
So are we back at full health or?
yeah, you guys,
Yes.
this is basically, you guys are spending like the next few weeks basically going around town.
Actually, I'm gonna look up what is split
Lying
mail
down,
look like?
relaxing, being Hail
Basically, yeah.
champions.
You guys have
200.
plenty of free time right now.
Split mail 5e.
Okay.
How many
Monster.
days of free time? Actually,
Let's see if it
Yeah,
actually
that's actually
tells
good
me.
work for Damien. Yeah, actually.
I don't know if it actually tells me.
Alright, well, Damien is 100 times stronger now that he has 20 AC.
I want 20 AC.
We'll assume that you guys are getting like probably a good week, like a good week, maybe a week and a half.
Because my shield basically gives me plus 3
okay.
AC.
Well, that's a shame.
My
I was hoping
armor's
for more like 60
17
days, but you
base.
Why? What do you need 60 days for?
know. A small trading post or guild hall.
You're trying to set up a trading post.
It's in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
I respect it.
We'll say like a week and a half, just
Yeah.
so you guys can get your bearings and stuff like that. Because I mean, technically, you are eventually supposed to be moving on to your next location.
I mean, are we considered heroes in this town?
You're
Probably.
recognized for your achievements. Yes.
Hey, Monster.
Yeah. What's up?
You mind if I try to do some crafting, if you'd let me?
What would you like to craft?
So, here we go. I got that pickaxe head,
Yep.
right? And I have those 2 swords and various other things.
Hmm.
I was wondering if I could make a pickaxe that could disease the enemy when hit.
Oh wow, you can craft magic items. That's cool.
Yep.
And I'd be fine with giving up a magic item for that. And
Yeah.
basically, if I hit them, they would poison them or something.
You would most likely have to, and I'd have to remember what. So is that just the spores, or?
I'd be mixing the yellow spores and blue spores, which on different occasions.
Okay.
Plus the
yeah.
dire pigeon feathers, because those were very disease-ridden. And I got that pickaxe head from the mine, and I already have a pickaxe. So I could scrap parts from that one into that
Yep.
one. Is that, yeah. And just combine all that.
Also, it shouldn't be hard to find, pickaxe stuff here. Like,
God, no. Well, I also want to incorporate some of the goblin spear I got. That's more of like a cosmetic stuff, but
write
still.
me a list, and we'll talk about it for next
Okay.
session.
Well, I'm saying it would be a pickaxe that could disease them and also do poisoning damage.
Yep. We'll talk about it for next.
That's fair. I just thought of it, but I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
No,
kind of
that's
what
fine.
throw
I
right
just
now.
I want to get a list, and then I'll compare it to like what I'm expecting here, and then I'll match it to that.
Okay. Sounds good.
I don't want to say yes right off the top. Like, I will probably let you do something very similar to that, though.
Because I have been collecting a lot of bits and pieces. I could definitely make this work.
Yep. All right. So, you guys are going through. You have basically, because of your status, you have free room and food for the most part, unless you go over.
I wonder what's next for our journey.
Drinks are still on you, but you get free food and free room because of your achievements.
Am I allowed to
come on,
buy
let me guess,
2 more
one
bottles of
drink
ale?
If you would like, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna make 2 more Molotovs. How much were those? Like 5 each?
1 second. I'm scrolling through. I have 2 books that I have to scroll through now.
Okay.
So ale was 1 gold each.
Okay. Well, that's even cheaper. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you have some gold now.
Let's see how long that lasts.
Yep. I mean, someone already spent 200. Okay, so you guys are going to get all your stuff done, and one day you guys are just chilling at the shady oak inn. Definitely not a tavern. Because Monster is very, very smart. You guys can all see this, right?
I don't know. It looks kind of
Beautiful.
like a tavern to me.
Yeah, I
It's
may
a
have
gathering hall in the inn.
I may have thought this was in the tavern until after I made the map, and I already liked the map, and I didn't feel like making a new map.
Definitely shady oak inn and not tavern. Monster is smart, okay?
Nice.
Look, I even have the stage, okay? I took time to make the stage.
It's beautiful.
I like
I love it. I
yeah,
love it.
I actually am really happy with how this came out. So, all right. So you're in the nice common room with with all the food and drinks and stuff like that. The common room of the Shady Oak has an uncommonly large crowd this evening. A detachment of Baronal Guard is in town. That's basically all these things.
Okay.
Haven't answered the Reeves summons after Thrisk Three Teeth's warning about the Hooded One. While the threats of days ago have been removed, the Baron soldiers have lingered for a few days, encamped just east of the village, before returning to their home garrison. By order of the Reeve, the troops don't wear their armor or weapons in the village, although they do wear their bright red tabards, each emblazoned with the Baron's white chevron. The villagers of the Goblin's Tooth have been positively jubilant since you defeated the Hooded One and diffused the diplomatic crisis he was planning that you know nothing of. Shanson, the innkeeper, moved by the high spirits of his patrons, has just announced that the party shall have free rooms and meals for the next week, as long as you agree to tell your tale. After all, such a great adventure should be immortalized in song, and the villagers can enjoy for years to come. Just as you begin to share the details of your adventure with Gerald, you hear another musician. It's poor Mathis, composing yet another ballad to Carla. And this time, he accompanies himself with a triangle.
I'll try it. Awesome.
Because if you remember, he did bring a flute at one point.
Yeah.
The latest composition from his ill-fated suitor reads this. Ode to Carla's Beauty by Mathis the Merry Minstrel. There once was a barmaid named Carla, whose beauty was known and farla. When a minstrel drew near, ape-man David appeared, and knocked him out with his guitarla. Carla, retaining her polite demeanor, begins explaining to Mathis that she needs to go feed the pigs now. But another voice, a raspy bass, calls out, "Is that what passes for a love song in Goblin Tooth? Step aside, you whelp. I, Lieutenant Eton of the Baronal Guard, will show you how to win the heart of a lady." The brave lieutenant then drops to one knee before Carla, taking her hand in his, and recites the following. Gaze with thine eyes into mine. Hear with thine ears my heart earnest cry. For apart from thee, the slowness of time brings a dozen deaths, yet I do not die. But this touch of thine hand sets my soul alight. Though thine spirit is sweet as a lamb, I lay down my sword and my armor bright. For I, thine heart, prisoner am. While Gerald, the bard, is clearly unimpressed, the lieutenant's wordsmith stands head and shoulders above the work of Mathis, and a cheer goes up from all the soldiers around. The townsfolk seem to join in, but their cheers dies in their throats as David, son of Shredrig, stands glowering a few feet from Carla, clearly not amused by what is going on. Mathis sees the David and basically just dives right out the window, just like he did last time. The exact same window as last time. And while you're now looking at the window, you note that someone has etched a crudely Mathis's name into the windowsill of the window. All right.
Poor
And
bastard.
then so the lieutenant is like, this fool. And basically turns to David and go, have ye come for a poetry lesson too, or have ye come to learn a different lesson, lad? You see David tense and his fists, or his hands turn into fists, and he starts to get ready. But the officer punches him right in the face and sends him sprawling across the table. After a little moment of silence, the guardsmen and the townsfolk all spring to life, and the entire tavern goes into a bloody brawl. People start swinging and fighting each other. The entire tavern has gone to a mess.
Oh dear
Does this
lord.
have to happen when I got my shiny new armor?
Roll for initiative.
What? 1 second. This person's gonna bail
Where's
into
Carla?
into
Look,
here.
we don't have to fight these
Carla's
people.
gonna bail. Yep.
Okay, so we're all
No killing them. No killing them.
sitting in a circle. Well, fuck it. That's like a classic bar fight.
Dangerous.
Of
Oh,
course
that
the
feels
dwarf
good.
would say
Hot and
that.
big like I'm your dude.
Okay. So here's the thing. So you can decide to join. However, I do have to give you some basic rules.
That's fair.
Because there are basic rules, or else you would go to jail. Like,
Yeah.
give me
So
1 second to
Damien
go
just
grab water.
leaves?
This is gonna be fun.
Oh, I'm very excited for what I'm going to do. I'm expecting, like, firstly, you're not wearing any armor. So, like, God, my AC is going to plummet. Secondly,
Oh well, like
Who's not
my
wearing
body.
armor?
My body
come on,
is
you're
my
sitting,
armor.
we're sitting
I'm not.
around. No. Well, yeah,
Okay,
you never wear
so
armor.
the
Well,
rules
like I am armor.
the rules are
My armor.
okay. The rules for this, so you don't go to jail, is no armor,
Boom,
no
called it.
weapons.
Yeah.
No armor and no like actual weapons. There are a few things that you can do. And if you would like to look around to look for some more stuff, you can. As far as the so you can swing with a bare hand, which is 1d3 plus strength. You can if you are a fighter or a fighter subclass, and I'm gonna consider that you're a war domain cleric, right?
Yep.
I'll consider
That's
that
not a fighter
part of
subclass.
yeah, but I'll consider that part of it because you're used to war, you're used to fighting.
12 AC.
And
Oh, I
you
see.
two can do 2 bare-handed attacks, which means you can attack twice. Or you can choose to forego your 2 attacks to do a kick instead at 1d8 plus strength. And everyone else can just basically punch and stuff unless you want to look around the room.
Monster, may I point out
I'm
a
gonna try
flaw
to
in the
defuse
no
the
armor thing?
situation.
I know, you are done.
I am armor.
I know. I know. It's basically a mini game.
Okay.
I'm gonna
But
go
since
around
I'm a
picking some
robot,
pockets.
may I point out that since I'm made of metal,
I
can
know.
I have at least a little armor?
Yeah, like, put it this way. All the people you're fighting have 10 AC.
Okay. May I
I'm
have
sitting
12
here-
AC?
Yeah, you can
I'm
have
sitting
12,
here.
sure.
I'm pretty sure
Okay.
mine is 12 because I get a +2 for my dex. Right? That's how that works. Your dex mod.
I would have like 14
That's
AC
fine.
then.
You guys, if you guys all want to have 12 and we can have everyone else be 10,
I'm trying,
that's fine.
I'm trying to figure out what
Like,
mine would be because without
Put
my
it
armor,
put it this way. It's heavily
I
weighted
want-
in your favor anyway.
I wanna
Like
I
Okay.
want to know.
it's
I know
it's
exactly what I want
1d3
to do.
damage.
Yeah, I
Come on,
have
Dust,
33.
weave, grab some bags.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Monster.
grab some bags.
I know exactly what I want to do.
Okay.
All right.
I assume we have to roll initiative first.
You will have to roll initiative, and I'm going to do mob initiative. So
Well, I'm joining the fight because Ferns likes to get rowdy every so often.
you don't have to join the fight as well. So
Oh,
Six.
but Ferns is like, hey, this might be fun to beat up some people. We haven't had a fight in a while.
I would also like to note that you are responsible for any damaged property.
I'm fine with that.
Did you say no magic?
He did not.
I did not, but it's basically
Okay.
the same
no,
thing as weapon.
No. You never said no magic, so you know that's what
You
No
would be
magic,
killing
eh?
people.
I mean, who said I was gonna use it on the?
Well, I
who said I
have
was gonna use
two.
it on the tavern patrons? You know, I gotta fucking prepare.
Actually, and so no one here has armor.
Damn.
Not even
Basically.
the guards. Do the guards have armor?
No, the guards are not wearing armor. None of the other people
No.
are wearing armor. No one's
I'm
wearing
sitting
armor.
Despite
here
the fact that
bare-chested.
tokens have armor and swords.
Ignore.
I mean,
It's
like,
a design. It's a design, okay? I like the
no,
design.
I was thinking, since we don't have magic, I could just use Shocking Grasp and lower down the voltage. Because
Oh my fucking
in
God.
Ferns' case, it's just like a very old shock gauntlet he found out of one of his digs that he uses.
This is
He could
better
just turn
than,
down the voltage and make it a taser.
this is better than me thinking about just walking over to Omega and casting inflict wounds.
You're literally already right next to me. What would this even?
I mean, it's a bar fight. All odds are
You
off.
don't have to fight me.
Oh, jeez. There's
Especially
gonna be
since
a
we're gonna try to
lot of
defuse the
there's gonna be a
situation.
lot of people going.
Yeah. Good luck with that combat.
How dare you, Shank, roll one higher than me?
I mean,
By the
It's
way,
my-
they
it's
will
my
also
dex
fight
mod.
each other. So
Brad,
there's
Brad rolled one higher than me, and I got a 6.
Oh gosh, look at you.
Okay, but if you do use inflict wounds on me and you roll 30, I am going to try to kill you.
If I roll 30 more than once, you will not be able to try and kill me. Don't worry. I'll write something nice on your grave.
I'm also not gonna include any of the like actual NPCs in here, just because.
I mean, that is kind of mean.
Yeah.
No,
This
it's
little
because-
girl be down here for the love of all that's going crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
where's the big guy? Where's what's his name? That
I don't have him or either of the people who were in the fight in this crowd.
Important
right?
We were all just sitting around this table drinking with mugs of alcohol, right?
Yep.
well, doing what we would do.
Actually, Tavian's gonna be watching Amanda.
See, I can't get drunk.
Wait, Tavian didn't exist in this part of the story.
Wait, no. No, you know the meme where it's just a guy who's like, okay, I'm hanging out, and then he just kind of phases out? Yeah, that's how I imagine it. Well, that too, actually.
Okay, so Carl, Brad is 21. Ooh.
21?
That's Ferns.
Yeah.
Ferns.
Yeah, I'm not changing my name, nor do I plan to.
Let's see, so what
Damien
would I
is
be
10.
right now? A nice ham shank and a fucking thing of ale.
You see, you get... Ham shanks are like a staple of prison fights, because, like, you need a ham shank, or any kind of shank, really, in prison. And, well...
But you guys already have a shank.
In front of you. Yeah!
But it's...
But we could use shank as a shank. What about that?
Alright.
Do you want to catch these hands?
So...
The only thing it causes is a stabbing pain to the ears.
If you would like, you can, like, we're gonna be in the first round. So the first round's gonna start. So everything just, like, got started. The fist just got thrown. People are going haywire. Everyone's losing their fucking mind. And it's now, you see some people rushing over to try to separate David and the, lieutenant.
Who got, actually, I may or may not have missed this. Is this David and the lieutenant?
No, they're not on here.
Oh.
I think they're more, like, over here-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just... I just don't want to deal with you fighting people, like those specific people. And I don't want to keep track of them.
Yeah.
So, I'm honest here. So, Shank, would you like to look around? Would you like to attack someone? Would you like to not get involved in the fight?
I'm gonna go grab some bags.
Some bags? Okay.
I'm gonna get some bags.
Alright. They are kind of busy watching everything, and you're just sneaking around looking for bags.
Going over here, gonna pickpocket a bitch.
Wow, that's rogues will be rogues.
Let's just out of curiosity, roll stealth.
All right. 17 plus 8. So, math.
Yeah, you're more than fine. Okay.
Dangerous. Whoa, that feels good.
I'll figure out everything that you steal later.
Alright.
I'm much more interested in the combat.
Then I'm gonna make my way over here.
Alright. Burns, it is now your turn.
I'm just kidding.
So,
Quietly.
Ferns jumps up and exclaims, "Haha, fight! This is a great time to move the whole machinery around, or what? Well, servos around." And so he's wearing his shock gauntlet as he usually does. He turns down a voltage a little, and he sees this man beating up the other man right here. So he's running up to him and shock and grasp him. But like, since the voltage is down, it would only be enough to like knock him out.
Mama said knock you out.
Okay. I'll just assume it's about the same as a regular barehanded attack.
Yeah, well, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so shocking grasp on the guard right there. That is a 19. That is a 19 plus whatever.
They have 10 AC.
They have 10 AC. Yeah. You guys are going to be hitting a lot.
So yeah. And I rolled D8 for that.
I thought you toned it down.
I toned it down. Okay. Then 1d4 then. That's fair.
That's fine.
Yeah, let's not kill
we're
these
like
people.
a D2.
Actually, I rolled a 4 on that.
He is knocked out.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys have like significant
they're that weak.
They don't have a lot of health. He is knocked out.
I don't want to unintentionally kill people. Somebody might actually die.
Yeah.
You can do non-lethal.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing non-lethal. But
don't know what a
Fern
good
Diseases
knocked
has a
out
good
symbol is.
opportunity to practice fighting
Which one
after
did
being
you
idle
do?
for
I
a
mean,
week.
name? Okay, the guard.
Yep.
Yeah. But I'll just say Fern Diseases has a good opportunity to get a little practice fighting in while being idle for so long.
All right.
'Cause we
And
don't-
then, so we are going to have after that. So it's going to go here, and he is going to attack you. And it will deal 1 damage to you. Nice little punch. Poof. Alright, and then this one over here is going to... That's a nat 20 to detect you.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's gonna get punched for trying to steal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't... She didn't
I
try to
didn't
steal
steal
from
from
him.
him.
Or from her. And that will do... she is going to actually pick up her chair because she sees you sneaking behind her, and she is going to swing the chair at you.
Huh.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
And that would be a 13. Does a 13 hit?
What is it? Is it 10 plus my dex?
Yep.
Or no, that does not. I'm 14.
Okay. So she
Hey.
just comes down with the chair and just...
I'm like, bitch, the fuck?
Yep. All right. So then this one is gonna
I'm gonna
go,
go to jail.
What did you,
and this one is going to attack the guard. And she's just gonna punch. And this guard is now knocked out.
Huh.
This one's gonna
Nice.
go. The guards are not having a good time right now. And is going to panic and scream and go hide in here. That works. So I think that's all of those. Yep. Okay, now it's the other one's turns. So this one's gonna go and is going to see her attacking you. And is going to swing at you, dealing 1 damage. By the way, these are all temporary damages, by the way. So as soon as the fight's over, you're gonna heal them.
Do we have our standard health?
Yeah. That's why I'm like, this is kind of like completely lopsided. So you guys don't need to go above and beyond for this. It's just kind of like a cute, fun little thing that you can do.
Well, too bad I won't tase everyone.
So then, this one's gonna go, and he's going to go this way and attack you. Actually, no, he's not gonna attack you because you haven't attacked anyone. He's going to go, not attack the girl. He's gonna go here and attack him. And that'll be 3 damage, and that one's out. Okay. Then we have this one, who's probably gonna go see his buddy just get knocked out. So, oh, I dragged them both. So he's gonna go and hit that one. And he will hit. And he will knock him out. Jesus Christ!
That man is a beast.
Well, it's a different person, but it's just a chain reaction.
That's still great.
This one's gonna go, and he did not notice her, so he's going to run after this guard, and is going to swing at the guard. I might actually have to speed up this timeline, just saying. That will miss. Finally, a goddamn miss.
Just swing, 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 kill, kill, kill.
Okay,
Blood
then
for
this
the
one's
blood
gonna go, and he's gonna go after
I
you.
dare him. I dare him.
He got a 14.
Okay, yeah.
And he's gonna swing and deal you 3 damage.
How dare he?
And then...
Out of 21? Out of 21. 23, actually.
1, 2... That one's dead. Okay, so that's all of those. So now it is Damien's turn.
Alright. Damien. He was originally going to try to defuse the scenario, but seeing as how so many of them are already basically knocked out.
Yeah, there's been a lot. That was a brutal round.
Damien decides he wants nothing to do with this.
Alright.
So he's gonna, I guess, where is the exit?
The exit is here.
Alright, Damien just goes to the exit.
Okay.
And he ushers everyone else to follow him. Well,
I exclaim no.
I'm sure you all realize how pathetic this actually is. I will be leaving now. Have a nice day.
I've learned that it's fine to be a little rowdy sometimes.
Alright, Damien's no longer in the fight.
Alright, where are you going?
I don't know. I guess
You
I'm
could
going
just
out
go
the
up
town
to your
square.
room if you want. Like,
Yeah, I'll just go to my room.
okay. This is right near your, you're in the inn anyway. So, like,
Where's my
okay.
room, then?
So then after that is Brad.
Well, because I'm a dragonborn and I need to eat lots, I come over here, sit down, and ask for a piece of that delicious pie right there.
All right. All right. She'll like, she's kind of like, oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, we have bar fights all the time here. Here you go. Just
Thank you.
get you some food. So you're sitting there eating. Carl.
Yeah. Well, let's get my hands dirty. I'm going to move.
Our
I
guards
left
are
the
going
room.
for
I like how
another
no one
fly.
decided to look around either. Like,
There's no need to.
There's no need to.
Actually, you know what? Damien will come back and look around.
Oh my
How about
god.
that?
Well, great. You missed your turn. I want to sock this guy.
okay. Roll the hit.
Roll.
Remember, you have 2 punches.
And we'll just
Yeah.
assume it's a D4 because it's easier that way. That'll hit.
Roll.
Hey, you actually hit something for once.
Roll. I'll hit you next. And that's 4 damage. Okay.
And down.
So that guy's down, and then I'm gonna turn over to this guy. Roll 1, d20 plus
Go
1.
brown.
That's a
Dark
five,
magic
okay.
punch.
That does not hit. No.
That doesn't.
It's the alcohol.
Okay.
It's the alcohol.
Yeah,
Alcohol
basically.
makes everything better.
All right. So now we get the Baron's troops. So these are going to. Let's start with this one here, who's going to go over to the table and is going to grab a bottle of ale. And is basically going to go back to this person and smash them in the head with the bottle of ale.
Oh dear Lord, that's gonna hurt like a bitch.
And it actually did less damage than a normal fist for some reason. However, I think there's a... Okay,
It's
and
that
then
breakaway
I have
glass.
to roll a d4. And okay, so he's still up, but yep, so that will be that turn. This one will basically run over here and is going to just kick this person.
That's just rude.
That's funny.
And will miss. This one here will come down towards you because you just heard its friend.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah. And he will do 2 attacks on you.
Really? Okay.
So that's an 18.
Okay, that hits.
And the other one is a 6, so he only hits with 1.
Yeah.
And he does 2 damage to you.
How dare he?
This one here is going to pick up the bench.
Oh, jeez.
And is going to throw the bench at you and you. Mainly him, but he might get knocked back into you.
Okay. What would it be? Like an endurance thing, not to get knocked off my feet? Or
One second.
Okay.
It's okay. So it's going to hit all of you. Well, it'll hit you
Okay.
3. It won't hit this person.
Okay.
Actually, it won't hit you.
Okay.
Has a chance to, but it got a 2. So yeah, he did not. And then you have 2 more of these, which are like, what the hell just happened? And they're
Yeah,
just
they're gonna
trying to figure out like what's going on in the area. Okay, so that's fair. I'm probably gonna have to speed this up because rounds are going a lot quicker than I expected them to. Okay. So next round goes, and it is now Shank's turn again.
Alright. Disengage. Come over to this dude. Rinse, repeat.
Are you stealing or are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna take his bag.
Okay.
Just
Roll stealth.
9 plus 8. Math.
You beat it. Okay. So just mark
Alright,
that's
woo!
2 people you stole from.
2.
Just remind me
Alright.
after the thing, and we'll figure out what they actually had on them.
Going over her.
Okay. I just love the fact that like this person just literally knocks someone out, and you're like reaching in his back pocket.
Oh yeah.
They're distracted. That's the thing. They should totally be distracted. What's going on?
Ferns.
Yeah. So what happened to that bench when he threw it?
It basically shattered. Yeah.
So it went above all our heads.
Yep. It went like over here and like smashed into the wall.
Well, I'll give him credit for the attempt.
Yeah, he was pretty strong.
Slow clap.
So would taking a glance around take up my turn?
It depends how much you want to glance around.
I'll just take a quick glance, like the table next to me, like not enough to take up a whole round.
All right. So, well, clearly you've seen that people can hit people with chairs.
Yeah.
You've seen that people can throw benches, and you've also noticed that there's a bunch of like bottles of ale that you can pick up and use,
Okay.
and
Can I take
they can be thrown.
Yeah.
So can I take the bench next to me and swing it around to the 2 guys in front of me?
Yep.
Okay.
Let me see if it will.
I do have proficiency in improvised weapons too.
Yeah, you'll be able to. There
It's
are
a
3
weird
people near
proficiency.
you. There are 3 people near you.
Well, I don't want to hit the lady behind me.
Okay, that's fine.
Can I hit him though?
Did you? Look at the
You can hit the 2 that are next to you. That's a bit far to just swing
Yeah.
a bench.
Can I swing then throw?
You would have to do one or the other.
What noodles?
Okay, I'll just swing.
Okay.
Oh, I
At
thought
the
those
2
were
in front of me.
broccoli in it, so
Yep.
I didn't bother.
Roll to hit.
Roll
I'll just
it?
use
Okay.
one measure.
Okay.
Oh,
19
I
again.
took care of the-
Okay, that'll hit. 1d6
Yeah.
plus strength.
1d6.
Yep.
Ooh. Plus strength, and that'd be... Well, that's already a +2. That is a 5. That's 7.
Oh dear lord.
Okay, so both of those are now out.
They're
Yeah,
not dead, right?
No, they're just knocked out.
Did I just, like, hit them
Actually,
both
I have
in
to
the
double
gut?
check that. How much is
I don't
permanent?
want to kill anyone.
Yeah, you're hitting them with a bench. That's a little easier said than done. Actually, I'm just gonna assume that they have, I'm gonna assume that their health is actually 4, not 3. So, because I upped the
Okay.
die.
So, if it's not double their health, they're fine.
Yep.
Okay. But they're hurt.
Yeah, that was also, not temporary damage, by the way.
On them?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I feel a little bad now.
But,
But...
you know.
Not bad enough to stop, but.
Alright, so that'll be your turn.
I'll just say, oh, sorry, that was a bit much.
This one will go here. And she wants to go like this. And is actually... Does she see you? What was your stealth?
9 + 8. Math. I can't math.
No. Oh, wait, that's 17. Shit. She got 16. So she's gonna attack this one. And that will hit. I am hitting way too much. Okay, this one's not knocked out, so that's nice. Actually, let's modify that. This one to there. And that one there. Okay, and I'll just leave the rest of them at what they're at. Okay. And then, so this one here is going to attack you because it's basically engaged with you. And that's a 12. And that'll deal you 3 damage. Carl.
Hello.
3 damage.
Okay.
I know, so much.
Really hurting me.
And then this one is basically going to see what you did and is very brave, actually. Surprisingly. Surprisingly, I thought I was... I put a pretty high AC to be frightened there. And she's going to she saw what you did, so she's gonna grab an ale bottle and she's gonna try to smack you across the head with it.
That's fine. I'm wearing a helmet still.
You're also
I know.
a robot.
And that will deal. Wait, I have to roll to hit.
Yeah, you do.
That's a 19 on the die.
Why are they rolling so high against me?
Oh no! They're rolling high against themselves too.
I'm glad that this is a joke combat, not a real combat. Then.
4.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be 4 damage.
Well, if it was a real
Okay.
combat session, people would be dead.
Right?
And it has a roll me a d4.
Me?
Yep.
Wait, no, that's not D4, that's D6. There we go. 3?
You're fine. Okay.
What was that check?
That was to see if you get knocked unconscious.
I'm wearing a helmet.
I know. It has a 25% chance to knock someone unconscious.
Okay, well. Oh no.
Okay. Come on. There has to be something that can knock you guys unconscious. So then I think so that person's just gonna chill in there. Next is going to be all the males. So this one is gonna be like, why the hell did you just take a swing at me? And is going to miss because he's drunk. This one's just gonna be like, actually, does he notice you? You got a 17, right?
I think.
That's not gonna notice. So he's gonna go over here and be like, "Why you punching a lady?"
Shinobi Sonai.
And is going to
Shindori
knock
Kote.
him out. There's been so many knockouts, Jesus Christ.
Mama said knock
What is
you
this, punch
out.
out?
This one's gonna go and is going to hit one of them and is going to knock one of them out. Jesus Christ.
We're just.
They are knocking everyone out. This is a wild party. Jesus Christ. Next is going to be... I don't think I have any more males.
No, there aren't any.
Then is going to be Damien.
Alright, so I'm
You're
gonna
in
come
your
back
room.
into the room.
Yep. You make it to your
And-
room.
Something's piqued my curiosity, so I am gonna stand on a table and I'm gonna look around the room.
I thought you said you were going to your room.
Yeah, you
No,
left.
I decided to come back down.
Oh,
Oh,
of course.
well, okay.
You get decked
gonna
as you
look
walk
around
through
the
the
room.
door because you're entering a mosh pit.
Yeah, well, what if he got hit by that bench that was thrown at?
that actually probably could have happened.
The
But
bench
it
is like
didn't.
guarding the door.
You know what? Roll me a dex save just because you came back.
Okay, I didn't come back then, if you're gonna be that sort of asshole.
I was just saying, you know what? The,
You said
the
you
bench
left,
did
man.
hit like right here.
I did leave.
Then you left. Or you get hit by a bench. What's your choice?
Well,
Okay, fine,
dex
I'll
save.
roll a dex save.
Yeah, dex save.
5.
Wait, hold on.
Oh
That's not going to help you. That's not going to help you.
My dexterity's plus 3, it's an 8.
Oh, that's still not going to help
no,
you.
that's not gonna help you.
Either way, I'm not supposed to be hit by a damn bench.
Well, too
yeah.
bad.
Sucks for you.
You decided to leave and come back.
Cause you wanted someone
You'll
to
take-
look around the room.
you'll
I
take
decided
3
I'd do that
damage.
for-
3 whole damage.
That is permanent damage though.
Like,
No, like
Really?
permanent as in as soon as the fight ends, it doesn't refresh. So you
Oh,
actually
that's
take
not-
3 damage.
okay.
Yep.
that's not as scary as I thought.
Yeah. Technically, like some of these, like getting hit with the head with a bottle, those are considered permanent damage as well. But
Well, fuck it. It's not like we're about to have like a siege on the town or something.
Alright,
exactly, you guys are fine.
I was really expecting,
Anyway,
worried that you were about to like.
Can I do what I actually came here to do?
Yes.
Well,
what would you
what
like
if
to do?
he's-
I'd like
Yeah,
to look
okay.
around the room.
Okay. So looking around the room, you notice the same things: the chairs, the benches, the ale. You also notice that there is a bottle, a bucket of what looks to be like soapy water.
Mm-hmm.
There is also a octagonal feature about here. Or sorry, fixture, and it's about 6 feet across and provides light for the room. And it's made from heavy timber, and it's suspended by ropes that pass over a pulley system and connect to about here.
Interesting.
You also notice that there are some mutton joints that are on some nearby tables.
Okay.
All right.
Um.
Well, that was his turn, wasn't it?
Yep.
And
Well-
Brad.
Time to see how the rest of this plays out, I guess.
What do we got left here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. I yell out
1,
to everybody
2,
to
3,
stop
4,
fighting,
5,
or
6,
else.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11
Oh,
people.
okay.
But it's kind of hard to see because it's all like a giant mosh
Alright,
pit.
I gotta go take out the trash real quick. I'll be right back.
Have fun.
Yeah, I turn
Don't
around
let
and
Skinwalker get you.
stand on my stool and yell at everybody, stop fighting, or else.
It's a large commotion. Roll me a d20 for intimidation. Yeah, no one can really hear you over the sound of like bottles smashing over people's heads, benches
That's
being thrown,
fucking it.
everyone
You leave me
screaming.
with
There's like
no
half the
choice.
people are passed out. Like, yeah, no one can really hear you at all. Okay. Carl.
Hmm.
Dog.
No.
I just want to hit the guy in front of me with the chair that's to my left.
Okay.
That's a girl.
I want to hit the person in front of me.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You can grab the
The
chair and
individual.
smack him over the head with it.
Does it still take a strength modifier?
Yep.
Does 19?
That'll hit.
And
1d6.
Plus strength, right?
Yep. 1d6 plus strength.
Well, they're dead. Well,
Well, 7. Good
Fortunately
thing it was
not.
7, not 8.
So is the chair still in one piece? And is the
So
girl
here's the
still-
thing. The chair's now shattered into kindling.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna leave most of that on this person and hope nobody saw it. Did that take up all of my turn, or do I still?
You can move
Can you
if
attack
want.
before movement? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You can also split your move, so you can like move half, attack, and then move again.
well, can't he?
This is a
attack
bad
again?
idea. Oh, this is a terrible idea. Let's
I
do
would
this.
appreciate some help because
I'm gonna.
I'm the only thing to focus over here right
I'm
now
gonna
for the.
step right over here and just like just bellow. Oh, just bellow. Come get me. Just taunt everybody
Alright.
near me.
All right. All right. Okay. So with
This
that
is the
with that
Burns
taunt,
is just cheering you on.
with that taunt, you see one of these people, this one right here, just decide, yeah, no, I don't care about your taunt, and he just grabs a roasted sheep leg from the table and sort of holds it with two hands, points at you, and he goes, "I'm coming for you." And he steps forward, and he's gonna swing a lamb chop at you, a mutton joint.
50 feet. What are you planning?
He is so enthusiastic about this lamb chop, they just like swings and just completely misses. Like not even close. Not even close. He was so looking forward. He was like so ready. He was so pumped. He was like, I got this person, and just completely whiffs. This person then goes and is he's just gonna follow. He's gonna laugh a little bit, but he's still gonna like take a swing because he hasn't fully noted. Nope. He's not gonna take a swing. He has fallen on the ground laughing. He is no longer like in the fight at all. He is just laughing his ass off at what just happened. Like just watching his friend like all tough and mighty grab a leg of lamb and swing it and then just completely whiff. He's just on the floor crying. He's laughing so hard.
Nice.
This one then's gonna come over here and is going to take a swing at you. And that will hit. And that will deal you 2.
Oh.
And he'll attack again.
Oh, they're coming.
And that'll hit. And he'll deal 6 total.
Oh.
Oh God, no! God forbid! If only I couldn't heal myself in the worst case.
This one's gonna come over here and just check on his friend who's currently like rolling on the floor dying. And he's just like, dude, are you okay? And he's just like, Jeffrey! Like, goddamn Jeffrey! It took the leg away and just completely missed! And he's gonna make a con save, and he fails! So now he's cracking up laughing! He's like, oh my god! How did I miss that? That's amazing!
Laughter is contagious.
Oh, Lord.
And this guy's just like, what the fuck is happening with you two? And he's gonna make a con save. And he passes, and he's just like, you guys are idiots.
Fucking weird.
You guys are fucking weird. And he's just gonna be like, I'm just gonna go over here. I'm just like, I don't want to do like, you guys are weird. I'm just getting out. Like,
I have an idea.
Then this one over here is going to swing at him and hit. And he's going, I think that puts him down. Yep, he's now downed.
Oh, okay, over there.
And then he is going to roll me stealth shank.
Same as before, 9 and 8.
Okay.
17.
So he's going to see you. And he's going to take his second swing at you. And that will miss as a 2.
Bitch, the fuck?
Okay, and now it is your turn, Shank.
I'm gonna disengage and go under the damn table.
Alright.
While I'm under there,
I'm back.
I'm gonna grab some money from this dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
So
like-
you're just gonna rifle in the pockets of someone passed out. Got it. Got it.
Just like
Guess
pulling
who's
him under
back?
the table toward me.
Roll me stealth.
Oh gosh. 19.
Okay.
Okay, some interesting rolls happened while I was gone.
Okay.
Oh no, 19 plus 8.
Jesus Christ. Alright, Fern.
Yeah.
Person, bitch.
You're gonna get like 2 cents out of him. I hope
And
I hope you
more.
get like a paper.
She
clip.
got 3 people. She's robbed 3 people right now.
She's gonna get like a paper clip, a soggy towel, and a used handkerchief.
It's not, you don't understand. It's not the point of what I get, it's I have to do this. You don't understand.
Monster, are there any more ale bottles next to me?
There is, yes.
I don't want to be hit by it. I don't want to be hit by it. God damn it.
Oh god.
So I saw what happened over near Carl, and I decided to join the fun a bit. So I'm gonna grab a staunch of meat next to me and try snap and hit this guy with it.
Oh, you're gonna throw it. Ooh.
You're gonna throw it. Okay.
Yeah, I want to throw it.
Meat.
I want to throw it at the guy who tried to hit my friend with his slab of meat.
Okay. Roll with disadvantage.
I'm fine with that. 18
Okay.
and 17.
Very nice. You
Watch
managed to
me
throw it at him.
Gross.
Roll me a
Not much.
d6.
Plus dex or strength.
It is just a d6 apparently.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The more you know.
Well, at least
Oh,
we
dear
won't kill
Lord.
him.
Fucking
Well,
A.
that's a 4.
That'll knock him out.
So, his buddy's dying laughing.
And now his buddies just saw him get hit in the face and knocked out, and they're just like, ah, karma! That's what you get for trying to use me! Punch him He's passed out, so he has no clue what's going on. But they're having the time of their life.
That's good.
I'm literally crying right now. Oh my god.
I will also.
Oh my
Awesome.
sides.
I'm happy I did that.
I'm happy it hit.
That was amazing.
Tactical meat inbound.
It was also just enough to knock him out.
Yeah. A man knocked out by meat.
Tell me it hit his face.
I did.
Yeah, it hit him square in the face.
Yep. It was enough of a hit to knock him out.
Yeah, he got knocked out.
Oh shit.
Alright.
I can't handle it.
Can I also say, hey Damien, I could use a little help. There's still a few around me, please.
There's one. Well,
There's
two.
one. I don't want to hit by an ale bottle. I don't want to be hit by another ale bottle.
Okay. It is now the female's
Because you're
turn.
near me.
It's now this person's turn.
No ale bottle, please.
She is not gonna go for an ale bottle. She is just going
Thank
to
God.
punch you,
Okay, that's
and
fine.
she will miss.
Well, what if she hit? But like, since I'm made of metal.
She missed.
Oh, fine.
This one's going to go and attack the soldier, and is going to miss. And at this point, 1 second. You see the doors just kind of get kicked open, and you hear a loud like crash as the doors open up, and the Revy arrives on the scene, along with a bunch of armed and armored watchmen.
About time you guys showed up.
Basically,
This was getting
everyone
crazy.
stops fighting. It slowly proceeds to exit, dragging all their, passed out companions and stuff. These two, the entire time, are like, they actually are, these two are going to go, and we're going to say by the stage, and they're just going to go talk with, I need to remember his name,
The lieutenant.
no. They're going to... Where is it? They're going to talk to Gerald the Bard. And, they're just going to start telling Gerald the story. Like, dude, you got to write us a song about this. It was so beautiful. We want to tell everyone. We want to, immortalize this moment in song. Can you please write us a song about the moment? So they're going to be doing that. Everyone else is basically, some of the people are waking up from being unconscious. Everyone's kind of slowly starting to make their way out of the place. I need to go find. So you will also notice that the two PCs, if you want to call them that were fighting earlier, are not in the tavern. You couldn't really... Or the inn, sorry. Are not in the inn anymore. You couldn't really see when they left. But somewhere in the mix of that fighting, they left. That's one of the reasons why I didn't put their tokens on the board, by the way. Because it would be way too obvious that they left. So, things have, the Revy's here, things have started to kind of calm down a bit. There's still a few people in here. The Revy and his watch have basically secured all the exits in the place. Captain Alstead has come and taken your statements. There's another Sergeant Malkin is basically collecting statements from some of the other patrons. Shanson is speaking quietly with the Revi, and while you can't really hear what's being said, the innkeeper doesn't look very happy.
I'm sure.
With like grinning his teeth and his fists are kind of clenched, but you know he does not look
I am willing
very
to-
happy. And
That's
as
fair.
if you know this exciting night hasn't been enough, another altercation appears to be brewing outside the inn's front door.
Oh shit, we gotta go.
A female voice argues with the watchman outdoors, yelling, "Out of my way, you toad! You toad-faced ooth! I'm to see the Revi!
Nice.
There's a dead man at the bottom of Temple Hill!" Moments later,
Here we
Rebecca,
go again.
the proprietor of the Staggering Dragon Tavern, which is what this place was supposed to be, but Selma messed up, rushes in to the common room and says, "My lord," she cries, "a Bernal guardsman lays slain behind my tavern. I pray you come quickly." The Revi growls some tense orders to the Captain Alstead and follows Rebecca into the night.
Yo, we gotta follow her.
Yeah,
So basically, hey, look, the plot is this way.
Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, things to note, because I was supposed to say this at the beginning of the thing, this session, and I didn't. Things to note, write down stuff.
okay.
I like take notes or remember things or whatever, because I am not going to inform you about what is important and what is not important. And I am also
Okay.
not going to remind you of any of these things.
Oh, so what were the key points in this one?
Just so far, so that
So, as far as you know, so you had the, I'll give a quick synopsis of what happened. You had, what is his name? Mathis, who decided to do his lovely oath to Carla again, and then bailed out the window. You had the lieutenant, who was Lieutenant Atan, who is the lieutenant of the Baronial Guard. It's spelled Baronial.
Can you repeat that, please? How is it spelled?
What?
How is it spelled?
Baronial. Baronial Guard. His name is Aotam. He's Lieutenant Aotam. After the poetry and stuff, the bard wasn't very impressed. If you want to include it, I don't care. David came in, and he obviously wasn't very happy. The lieutenant threw the first punch, and then a fist fight occurred. And at the end of it, the lieutenant was no longer there, and neither was David.
Okay.
There might be some more information. If you want to ask about that part, go ahead. But that's
who was
general.
found dead?
Just a body right now.
What was the name of the place?
You guys haven't left the tavern yet, so.
Also, before we leave, I'd like to take 50 gold and just kind of him and the innkeeper the 50 gold as repayment for that.
Okay. He'll be pretty. He looks a little bit less upset, but he's still like, ugh. Thanks.
Like, that's fair, but I did repay what I broke.
Yep. Which is nice. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
I'm
think
suing the
a
tavern
bench
for
is
having
worth
a bench
50.
thrown at me.
Why are you suing the tavern and not the person?
Oh yeah, I'm
And
suing
it's
the
it's
guy
literally
for
a bar
benching me
fight.
for-
You entered into the bar fight, like you opened the door and it just came at your face.
Or I'm suing the guy for the bench at me for like 50 gold.
That's so much.
Where did she say the body was at?
Below Temple Hill.
Yep,
Temple Hill. Okay.
yep,
I knew it was Hill, but I couldn't remember.
yep. At the bottom of Temple Hill.
Okay, so
And then
Just
from this moment forward, like anything after this point, I won't remind you of, just because, like I said, there's a lot to keep track of. So,
What's the tavern's name? One last one.
it is the Staggering Dragon Tavern.
Okay. I didn't know we were playing Danganronpa. Or it's at least some kind of murder mystery. This is gonna be fun.
I'm running after them.
Yeah, I'll tag along after I give the gold.
I'm gonna follow.
Okay, are you all gonna follow?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so, basically, while you're kind of heading over there, you basically you hear speaking back and forth between the Revi and Rebecca, who basically encounter tales. I was in the chambers at my tavern when I heard a commotion from the brawl at the Shady Oak Inn. I walked out of the tavern and walked towards the barracks with the intention of calling the watch to settle the problem at the inn. Once I was outside, I heard the sounds of men fighting from behind my tavern. I looked behind the building and I saw David and the victim fighting with daggers. Before I could cry out, David was struck a killing blow. David struck a killing blow, crouching over the body for a moment, and then fled into the trees. I ran to the victim and found that his heart had been removed from his body. I called out for help, and two Baron men came along with Brother Rosby from the temple. The first Bernal guard came charging from the church. The priest came from the same direction, but a second one came a short while later, coming from the north of the clearing. When the priest arrived, I ran directly to the Shady Oak Inn to summon the Reeve. And we will take you to the map.
So she
So-
said David killed the person.
Yes.
Okay.
And she said she was at the Shady Oak, right?
No.
No, she was at
No.
her.
She was
She was
in
at
her
her place.
tavern. You guys were in the Shady Oak. So you guys
Where's her tavern?
were right. We're right here. Her tavern's here.
Okay.
How
And
could
Okay.
you hear from that far away?
Well, the fighting.
Well,
would
we
be
were
like-
in the
Yeah.
inn, right?
Yeah.
You
but
got-
she
you
said
guys
she
were in
heard
here.
From inside.
Oh,
Okay,
wasn't
and then
16 the inn?
12 is the inn. I think.
Yeah, but she's saying she heard the fight that happened.
Let me-
here.
let me
You're
double
telling
check.
me.
Let me double check that.
I thought 16 was the inn.
It could be.
12.
It could
I
be.
did-
Let me double check.
No,
It's
because
been
16
a
is
while.
like the bear.
No, 12.
No.
12 is
no,
the inn.
no.
I thought 12 was
Yeah.
the inn.
No, I wrote down this
One
whole map
second.
asking you every stop
One second. I'm checking.
Because 13 is the barracks.
Oh no, 12 is the Weaver or Taylor.
Yeah. Ha!
Okay, so
So
to be fair,
16
a bar
is the
fight-
inn. Yep.
to be fair,
Okay,
a
so-
bar fight is not a quiet thing.
No,
But
it's
that's
not.
like blocks away.
No,
That is blocks away.
that's 100
That's-
yards.
Where's the scale?
Maybe.
The scale's down at the bottom. So that's in feet. So
140 feet.
1 second.
Okay, 140 feet.
Yeah.
So,
So
50
about
is 70.
50 is about 80. So it's a little over.
little
yeah.
over 140. Yeah, no, that's believable.
I could, but it won't be as loud as.
Either way,
It's two sets of walls too.
And to be fair, let's be honest.
The door also opened like a few
Yeah.
times as Omega was going in and out.
Okay, that's fair.
And it's just a matter of her stepping out and like hearing it and then like looking behind her thing and being like, oh shit, there's a fight. Oh shit, there's a fight just over here. There's David and somebody, and David just gouged out somebody's heart.
I just think it needs to be noted.
Yeah, because that's still quite the distance.
It doesn't matter.
Like,
device.
We'll see. I will say though, 2 daggers fighting, you can hear that behind your place. It's odd that she mentioned the bar fight from that far away. It's like, I'm not doubting that, but it's like, that's a bit far.
Continue, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Also, I knew I remembered the map.
Yeah, I honestly, yeah. It's been a long time since I looked at it.
See, this is why I drew it.
Alright, so you guys can look around, you guys can go check out the body.
And David ran north, right? Rebecca said he ran north, right?
No, she said a guy came from the north.
Yeah, she did say a guy came from the north. I'm trying to see if she...
Yeah, so guards came north of the clearing. So David bolted north. Right?
Yeah.
A guard came from the temple with the priest.
She just said that he fled into the trees.
Yeah, she didn't say which direction.
She didn't say direction.
No. So that's assumable, though, that he went this way.
Well, yeah, I'd say that way. So, west.
Yeah, and then he would have made it like out, depending on if he left the town.
I mean, there's also trees over here, but
yeah, but that's a small patch of trees, and that takes him closer.
There's also one tree here. Could have gone to that tree.
Trees.
Yeah, well, possible running would be the
right here.
The smart thing would be to the dead part of town, so through here, over here.
Yeah.
Also, who the fuck is David?
David is the son of Shreg. Also is part of the Potter home.
He's betrothed to Carla, right?
Yes. He's the one that kicked Mathis's ass a few times.
Yeah.
Shoved a flute up his ass.
That's
I'm gonna go over to the body. Is it Mathis?
So, if you go looking at the body,
I also want to say, at least in story, it's a good thing that Fern's drew a map.
It was, as you go over to the body, you notice that it is Lieutenant Aotan of the Bernal Guard.
Oh.
It's who?
Was the victim?
It's the lieutenant.
That was the lieutenant, and his heart has been cut out of his body.
Since I, use daggers all the time, does it look like the work of a dagger?
Yes.
It does. That doesn't take a few seconds. That takes a while to actually rip somebody's chest open through the bone to get to a heart.
Yeah.
So that didn't just happen.
Can I try to see if I can track where David went? Like, see anything on the ground, anything.
Okay.
With the investigation.
Roll investigation.
Can I search the body?
Mm-hmm.
That's a nat 20.
Nice. So
that's a 10.
you see. We'll just. I have to figure out. We'll see. You see the trail goes this way.
Hey.
And then it kind of ends up at the road, and then you kind of lose track of it there.
Okay.
So, like, you were able to figure out that, yeah, they kind of went, like, that way, but once you hit the road, like, you don't leave, like, any tracks. Unfortunately.
Okay, that helps.
Yep.
Somebody needs to go over to his parents' house.
Yeah, actually.
Who's good at
Why
talking?
I'm,
I mean,
Who can be diplomatic about this and not stupid?
Brad and Damien.
yeah, probably for the best.
No.
I'm good at
Oh,
lying
okay,
to
actually.
people.
Yeah.
Do we need to lie or do we need to
Honestly,
talk?
well, here's the thing. What if you two sit there, see if they're housing him, or if he's like, and then Shank, you just check around the back and see if anyone's snuck in.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go check around. I'll sneak.
So his place, the Potter's place, is number 4.
And
Number
who's left?
Right here.
Well, you and I.
Okay, you want to go? What? So what else? What's to follow up on then?
Well,
the
we know he's going to try circling back, and he couldn't have climbed those bushes because that would have very much hurt.
Yeah, so he's somewhere. I'm assuming the guards are already on lockdown.
Yeah.
So.
So we know he's still here, and we know we lost tracks here.
Week number 9, that shady tavern.
I want to check out the mill actually, because it's close enough to his home here, and yeah, and meta, it wouldn't be marked otherwise.
What wouldn't be marked?
The mill.
I mean,
Well,
the marking was just where you guys went before.
Yeah.
No, it has a number 3 next to it. It's said what it is.
That's the mill. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. I want to check the mill because it's kind of referring. It's kind of in the direction he went, and yeah, he could have circled back to 9, but that's not where the curve was, and he had to be in a frenzied state.
Yeah, he hopped onto the road. Well, he could either have gone this way or this way. He probably would have been like, okay, time for me to get out of town. Look,
He could
realize
have gone
gods
through
were
the
there.
mill.
Yeah, he could have gone through the
So
mill.
then he's like, okay, either I go home or I go to the mill.
And I do want to check the mill.
Okay.
Or he could be going to find his lady friend.
That's
Yeah.
what, present him the fucking lieutenant's still beating heart?
No, like if he's got to get out of town, like saying his goodbyes.
But the heart thing is the thing that's standing out from that.
It
This
is
wasn't...
weird. It's weird as fuck, but
Yeah, that's a standout thing, where he would be looking to get out of town, but what did he do with the heart? And he would be very bloodied after that.
Ooh,
and
actually, that's a good question. We could. Oh no, we can't.
He'd be very bloody. He wouldn't have any on his feet, but
The heart would he? Well, we didn't find the heart, so we have to assume he still has it.
yeah,
or he ate it.
yeah. Which
Kalima!
That's what I'm
Never
thinking
know,
too.
man.
That puts a whole new meaning to eat your heart out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Could
Do
be
you want to go
retribution.
check the mill?
Yep, sure. Fuck it. Let's go to the mill.
I'm running to the guy's house as fast as I can.
Okay. So you're gonna get to the house, and what do you want to do when you're at the house? We'll start with the house.
I'm gonna check around back and see if there's any footprints.
Okay, it's just looks to be normal footprints of people going in and out of the house. Nothing major, nothing.
Nothing through the windows. No, like
I mean,
no blood around.
the candles are on or the lights are on, but
Are there windows? Can I open a window?
I mean, you can open a window if you want.
So there are windows.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna try and sneak in.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not allowed to write any of that stuff. Also, I will say, since we're split up, Brown and I are not allowed to write what they're finding.
Yep.
And vice versa.
Yep, unless they tell you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
13.
No metagame.
So there's a slight but that's about it.
I duck back out. No, I'm just kidding. I get it.
Okay.
What room am I in?
I have to go look at the map of the fodder again.
I'm
So
sorry.
let me actually see if there's any windows in the place. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's a small shop, so it's a pretty small shop, and it's a square home shop / workplace. So it's very, very open and very small.
Okay.
So you'll probably be noticed if you go in.
I'm just looking around for like blood or anything.
I
Anything like, someone was here in a hurry.
mean, you can see David just sitting there.
He's there.
Yep, he's inside the place, and he is. 1 second, I have to find the location. He is currently cleaning blood off of his face.
Oh shit.
He
Okay.
doesn't notice you because he's cleaning blood off of his face.
All right, I'm going to dash out to the guards, like closing the window. Like
All right.
it's the first guard I see.
Okay. And you're gonna bring the guards over?
Yeah, just tell him like he's in here. Don't
Do you
make a
want
scene.
to tell me anything while I'm at the front door?
You're at the front door.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd go tell you first. You're the first guard then. Shit.
Okay.
Tell you, then
Yeah,
then I go get the
Do you
other guard.
guys
Me
want to
and
walk in? Do you guys want to confront him? Do you want to go
We
get
should
more
Well,
guards?
probably
should
wait
we
for
maybe
backup.
just kind of guard the doors until the actual guards get there to arrest them?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
You
should
can you
wait
can
for
do that if you
backup.
want.
I
Yeah.
mean, I wanted to confront him, but okay.
Do you want to confront him now? Now's the chance. He's not paying
Also, why am I
attention
so
right
small?
now.
Oh shit, you are there. I didn't see you.
I didn't see him.
I was zoomed out. I'm so big. Ah. All right. Do you want to confront him, or do we want?
actually
the
would
dice
like to confront him.
decide?
All
Do
right.
you have something to hold him down, like in place?
So are you
I'm-
going to walk in? Are you going to what would you like to do?
I'm going to walk in. I'm going to turn to him and I'm going to say, I am very disappointed in you.
Fuck.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm bracing.
I
the
got hit in the
window.
face. Why are you disappointed in me? Go get that shit lieutenant.
Why did you kill him?
Yeah, the one you murdered.
Kill him. What are you talking about? He punched me in the face.
He was found dead behind a house.
What?
Yeah, he was found dead behind
Where?
the tavern.
Insight check.
Okay, roll insight.
Yeah.
That's a 5 plus something.
Yeah.
He-
Ooh,
he-
oh, 20, baby.
He
Damn.
he appears to be genuinely confused as to what you guys are talking about.
God
Right.
damn it. Well, whose
Whose
blood are
blood's-
you cleaning off your
Yeah.
face?
My nose! And as you guys, take a look at it, because again, he got punched square in the face, his nose is, it's pretty broken, and it does not look like it will heal,
Well,
that it will heal back to being straight. It is,
Well,
pretty
I'm sorry.
fucked up.
we are very sorry. We thought you murdered the man.
I want
Why
to
would
use
I murder the
daggers
man?
right now?
Because he was found dead and you were the last person he was seen with.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? He punched me, the fight happened, I got out of there, I went home to go deal with my nose. He could
You were
still be in the
seen-
tavern for all I know.
No, you were seen by a witness behind the tavern.
How? I've
fighting
been
with
here.
daggers. Do
Wait,
you have-
Listen, you better get your story
sorcery.
straight. because
Someone
you're
could have used the
top
spell
of
disguise
guilty.
self. I'm well aware of these sort of tactics. This
you
could have been
fight?
done by anyone.
Do you fight with weapons?
Do I fight with weapons? Yes. I
What
mean,
sort of
I'm
question
part
was
of
that?
the.
Everyone
Let me.
fights with a weapon.
Is he part of
What
the?
kind of
I think
weapon
he's
do
part
you
of the
prefer?
guard as well. Let me.
What kind of weapons do you fight with is a better question.
Actually,
That's what I'm saying. What
I
does he
think-
prefer?
1 second. Let me go see if I can go grab my NPC list. let me see. So, he is. You remember? Because I don't think I actually gave you this info, but he is a strapping young man who trains with the militia. He is a. Did I give him weapons? He uses
dagger
a maul.
wielder.
A mall.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
That is his weapon of choice. Is a maul.
Do you have any daggers?
Um.
If so, produce them now.
I don't use daggers. That's
We're gonna be a
for
lot nicer than
like,
the guards.
rogue people. I don't use daggers. I use the small. Why would I use a
Trust
dagger?
him. He's not a culprit. I know the face of a killer when I see one.
All right, see you later.
Yeah, this broken nose definitely shows it.
The guards are looking for you, so you might want to turn yourself in before they find you.
Oh, okay, I guess.
I want to.
Yeah, I'll come with you guys. Just let's go talk to the Revy and let's figure out like what's going on. So you guys
don't
will.
let this motherfucker out of my damn sight.
Yep. He'll go straight to do you want to tell him where you think the Revy might be, or he's just gonna head to the barracks?
We should take him to the Revy.
Okay. So you guys are gonna lead him to the Revy, and the Revy will basically say that there will be a trial in the morning to figure out what exactly
The fuck happened?
what exactly happened. There's no more real investigation we can do tonight.
I'd like to point out to the Revy that it might have been someone using the spell Disguise Self to frame him.
It could be.
We
It
also-
could be.
We also
We-
might need to look into the witness.
And
We're going to do a pretty in-depth trial and talk to as many people as we can think of.
Can we also
you
cover
guys
up my,
you guys will be
for
able
the-
to
the
ask
townsfolk?
questions during the trial if you would like. It's open for everyone pretty much.
I will
it's-
definitely speak my piece in the trial.
good.
Okay.
I'm glad you.
So it won't begin until mid-morning, so you guys might want to get some rest.
Oh wait, won't it be our turn to check around?
Yeah, but
I mean,
what I'm
there's-
telling you is you're not gonna find a lot. You're not gonna find any more info.
There's nothing in the mill. They found
There's
him.
nothing really for us to find. We might
Yeah.
as well
Okay,
just go
so
to sleep.
yeah, they found everything.
It was
Yeah.
basically, yeah, you guys found where David was. You got a little bit more insight. You can
What do you
question
mean?
people,
We found the
but
murder weapon. We have
all
blood.
your questioning is going to be done in the trial anyway.
Yeah, we need to question Rebecca.
So
Yeah.
you guys
Objection, Your Honor.
so
All right, let's go. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney on
the
this.
next
Yes.
day comes.
All right.
Okay. So
Also, I do want to say 30, 12, 12 for you guys.
oh yeah.
We can keep going. It's just a warning.
But
Yeah,
the
I kinda wanna
trial-
keep going.
I do too. I want to keep going. It's just
But you know,
It's a
not like we have
somber.
anything to do tomorrow.
I have work.
Ew.
It's a somber breakfast at the Shady Oak Inn. The damage to the common room from last night. Night's excuses look even worse in the morning light. Shards of broken glass lay strewn about, intermixed with splintered furniture, shreds of drapes, smashed casks. I almost said
The
cocks.
broken bench.
Broken benches, upturned tables, broken windows, pools of ale, wine, and other fluids, splotches of blood, now dried brown. Basically just a whole bunch of rubbish that was once a thriving business. After serving you breakfast, Carla drags a barrel into the common room and begins picking up the debris. Shanson picks his way through the mess, tossing away broken objects and muttering himself through clenched teeth. Your group is breaking bread at one of the inn's 2 remaining intact tables.
Oh no.
The uncomfortable silence is broken when Myra, the carpenter's daughter, burst into the inn, tears streaming down her face. "Carla!" she cries. "There's been a murder! The lieutenant, the Baron's men, lay slain, and the Revy's taken David as the accused." Father's finishing a platform for the trial, even now. She seems very, very concerned for both Carla and David. And as shocked Carla stares in disbelief, Myra shares a bit of info. Basically, her father is Jacob the woodworker, who does all the woodworking for the town. The Revy paid him a visit in the middle of the night and asked him to construct a little, temple so that they could hold a trial. Basically, she tells Carla about how the, murder took place at the bottom of the Temple Hill, that the heart was cut out. No one has found the heart yet. More than one person has seen that David killed the officer. David was arrested because he walked with you guys to see the Revy. As soon as the platform is ready, the little wooden structure is ready, the trial will begin. And Lord Meldrin, the commander of the visiting infantry, who is very, very dashing, will serve as the judge for the trial. And have I mentioned he's really cute?
Like how cute? Like a scale of 1 to 10.
Like a 9.5.
What the?
Really? Are you
talking
serious?
about?
But
Yes.
does he have
He's
boobs?
super cute.
Yeah. Does he have boobs?
What?
Maybe. It's hard to
It
tell.
matters. It's
He
for
is a
plot
lord
reasons.
after all.
Oh gosh.
The trial will be public, and heroes can attend, along with dozens of villagers. No one can really believe that any of this is happening. Brother Rosby is even going to be using the Arithian chalice.
The what? Sorry.
The what? You cut out.
The Arithian chalice.
Oh, what?
Explain.
Oh, you haven't heard?
Yeah.
Oh, the Arithian chalice is a magical relic from the church, and it's going to be used for the trial. It glows blue if anyone speaks a false statement in its presence.
Oh, shit.
If any liars are immediately identified. Everyone knows that it only has a certain number of uses, but when the accused is a descendant of Shredrig, no one wants to really take any chances with this. It's very important that we get to the bottom of this, even if there is very few uses of it.
How many? Do you know the numerical number?
No, I don't know how many uses it has.
Alright.
But it's used only for, the most severe of situations.
Alright.
And I believe you people are the only, and she talks to you guys. You guys, I think, can do the impossible. You can try to ask questions to get the witnesses to help and save David, and because I don't think David could have done this. I mean, yeah, he gets a little bit hot, heavy, and stuff like that, and tempered, but I don't think he would kill someone.
Okay, so
Carla also faints.
Dog catcher.
Yeah, okay.
I just want to huddle. So we have an unknown quantity of lion truth detecting thing. To puzzle through the witnesses, and the witnesses. Okay.
We have Rebecca
um,
as a witness, but who's the other witness?
So we have Rebecca.
The
So I
the
thi-
witnesses will all be there at the trial.
Right. Okay. So
Do you know how many there are? Like, numerical number.
like how many witnesses there are?
The
And
people that are going to talk at the trial, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
So there's 5
that are
supposed witnesses.
going to be questioned.
Okay.
Okay. So
That's meta, but
okay. If I can just offer some thoughts, we should go into this assuming that Chalice has 3 uses, and hopefully be able to ask questions. For
Did you
example,
kill the
asking
victim?
Rebecca.
Did you kill the victim? Did you?
No,
kill
no,
the
no, no,
victim?
no, no. Asking
No.
Rebecca, for example, not if she thought she saw David, but do you have any grievances against David?
Yeah, it has to be very specific stuff.
And if she doesn't,
Yeah.
if she says no and the chalice glows blue, then we know she's lying about David being the person she saw. And that way, if we know she has grievances against David, that can discredit her from being a witness. In worst case, we don't find the true culprit, but we can disprove the innocent.
Yeah. I mean, a cold case still isn't optimal, but that's
It's-
at least what we're shooting for. Right?
We just need to make sure nobody gets to leave town either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I'm
Just
assuming.
yeah,
It's
the
not
the town's
David.
been on complete lockdown right now.
So,
Okay.
Like
and
they're
we need to
taking this
assume-
very serious, especially with the allegations.
and we have to assume like the only reason we're being trusted with this is because we're from out of town and like respected.
No, like it's anyone in the town can ask questions.
Yeah.
Like you're not the only ones, but Myra is basically hoping that you can ask the right questions to try to get, lead people on the right path and try to figure it out.
Right.
But regardless, there will be other questions that are asked. There'll be other answers.
I know what my questions are gonna be.
Well, okay, no, we need to construct our questions as a group because we have to assume there's a minimal amount of uses this chalice has.
Okay, well, we should probably ask how many people know how to use magic in the town.
Okay, you're really set on this disguise self thing.
We shouldn't bank on that being the only reason. It could be a plethora.
There's a
Well, no, but
They
there are
could be
plenty
a
of other
werewolf.
methods.
There are plenty of other methods when you're focusing on.
Can I just check? Can I just do a quick wonder of oh fuck.
We need to find out who uses daggers in this town.
Well, who's proficient with a dagger? I think we should go
Because
with
that is a very wicked wound.
Yeah, because
Sure,
anyone
just-
could say they can use a dagger. That doesn't mean they're proficient in a dagger.
Also, if we had to check, like, would it be looking to history or like perception to
I think
figure out
investig-
why people would want to hurt?
Do you want me? I could make that check if you want. We'll try.
Like just like monster. Could we check that?
You'd have to tell me what specifically you're checking it against, like what you want to
Arcana.
use.
Can I think of any history of the Sanguine, like vampire, that kind of stuff, the stuff that has to do with arts? Can I pull any history knowledge from that?
From what?
Like vampires, just knowledge of like what.
If you want to do history, go ahead.
I want to do a history check.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want? I'm just going to use a history check. See, like maybe what in the area hearts would be used, like any call activity, things like that. A knowledge of that. That's a dirty 20.
So, while you might not know exactly based on history, you do know that there are certain, through history, you've seen that there are certain rituals that use a heart, and there are certain, other, other situations where a heart might be necessary to complete like a phylactery or something like that. You don't know if that has anything to do with this case at all.
Yeah,
But
no.
you just know from knowledge that it could potentially be used in a ritual of some sort, or it could be used as a blood offering to some god. Like, it could be used for any number of things.
Could I do an Arcana then on that?
If you would like to do an Arcana, go ahead.
Hey, monster.
Yep.
I remember
14.
seeing Thieves' Cant in one of the buildings. Which building was that?
I'll have to go. I'll have to go double check. So a 14. With that, and the fact that you're a priest. Actually, I'll give you advantage because you're a priest.
Then
Specifically
19.
for this.
Then 14, 19.
Okay, 19? Yeah. So you are aware, because you're a priest and you're a cleric and stuff like that, that the heart being ripped out of the body stops any form of resurrection.
Right.
So somebody didn't want him to come back.
And be
Yeah.
able to...
I mean, that could be the reason, it could not be the reason for it, but you do know that that does stop someone using, like, a revivify or something like that on the body.
Which we can assume the priest of this town may or may not be able to do.
Or it may have been someone that has that knowledge doing
Well,
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we know that someone has the knowledge of they can't be brought back.
That, or it was just, once again, a snarky, eat your heart out, you fucking dick.
I'd like
It could
to
be
think
any
it's
number of
that
things.
simple. I'd like to think it's that simple. I don't think it is.
Well, we have to assume either it's... Like, odds are it's something bigger than this. Because if it
Yeah.
wasn't David, it has to be somebody who wanted to frame David. That way, if they wanted to frame David and the lieutenant, that means they had to be in the tavern to watch that happen.
That altercation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Or
are
they could
very
have seen them
close
leaving.
It's tentative.
You
that
said
means-
something about a fuse camp as well?
Yes.
A what?
Where was the thieves' camp in town?
Oh, yeah,
You guys
so
would know about that.
Thieves'
Yeah, but
Cant.
just-
Yeah, you guys don't know about that, but if I remember correctly, it is on the...
It was in one of the stores, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was the trading post? No, let me see if I thieve...
But remember that they said one came from the north. One of the
Guards came from the
So
north.
it was the...
No, it was a
one of the
The weaver
of
slash
the
tailor
churches.
had
tailors,
it
okay.
over his thing.
Okay, so I want to go talk to the tailor at some point.
Okay.
That was the person at the tailor was Silas. Silas the weaver.
Scylla?
Silas. Silas.
Oh, what does the fuse camp do again?
It means
Or-
that they might know more about what's going on. There might be an underbelly to this town. Almost all
I
towns
see.
have one.
Okay.
I could also tap into my background and try and see if I could get in contact with somebody.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, that could work.
God, I wish I used my wicked downtime to go carousing. That would be very useful right now. Oh well.
Alright, so you guys have spent enough time, like, chit-chatting. Word of the killing has quickly spread, and the town square is already crowded with murmuring villagers. When you arrive, a hastily constructed wooden platform stands in the shadow of the statue of Shedrick. 2 wooden chairs have been placed atop the platform, facing each other in such a way that the throng would be able to see the profiles of those seated in them. The seat on the left is obviously intended for the accused. It is of a simple but stout construction, and a sturdy wooden railing surrounds it on 3 sides. The chair on the right is clearly for the judge. It is ordained, curved, and bears the crest of the Squire Willem Delsrens. The crowd jostles for place for several minutes. A group of children play near the stage, each of the boys pretending to be Shredrig, and the girls all pretending to be Goblin. Apparently, one of the less popular children has been forced to play the entire goblin horde that held the village before the arrival of the Fae.
That's unfortunate. Poor kid.
Before the humans and Fae can liberate the village, the children begin to argue about which weapon is more powerful. Fafnir, the sword of Shredrig, or Eldrin, Gordwin's sword. Before the argument can be resolved, an unexpected hush then falls over the assemblage as a procession makes its way to the square from the barracks. It is led by the aging squire himself, followed by the Revy and the Lord Meldrin, commander of the victims' Barnial Guard detachment. Behind these officials marches 10 village watchmen who serve as the escort to the accused, David, son of Shreg. David's hands have been tightly bound with coarse rope. His ankles are secured by a pair of iron shackles, connected by a short length of heavy chain. Brother Rosby and 7 village council members follow the soldiers, and the village Juskar, wearing a black executioner's hood and carrying a gleaming 2-handed sword, walks at the back of the procession. The squire offers the carved seat to Lord Meldrin and leaves the stage. The Revy chains David to the railing and surrounds the seat of the accused, then rejoins the Lord at the foot of the platform. Brother Rosby draws forth the crowd. Hear ye, hear ye! The priest begins. All persons having knowledge of the murder begins. Oh, shit. Of the murder of Aiton of Silverstone, lieutenant of the 3rd Infantry Company, belonging to His Grace, Lord Baron Aldrich Northingham of Blackstone, are commanded by this court to come forth and give testimony. This magical chalice, once property of Saint Lenric Irathan, will verify the truth of each word hereafter spoken. If any would choose to speak on behalf of the accused, let them step forward now. May justice be served.
So
I need water. That voice killed my throat. Oh, that killed my throat so much.
You did good. You sounded awesome.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh god. Okay. So. Alright. So. Rebecca is the first one to come to the stage. And the judge looks at her and goes, Rebecca, are you an old man? And she replies with, yes, I am an old man. And it glows blue.
what?
They're just testing to make sure the chalice works.
Okay.
That could be a waste of it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, complete waste. Yeah, supposed to verify the testing thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Please, recount your tale for us, Rebecca. Well, I was in my chambers at the tavern, and I could hear some commotion coming from the Shady Oak Inn. So I walked outside with the intention to, with the intention of calling the watch to help settle the problem at the inn. Because it seemed like there was a lot of ruckus. Once I was outside, I heard the sound of men fighting behind my tavern. So I went and I looked behind it. And I saw David and the victim fighting with daggers. And before I knew it, David had struck the killing blow and had crouched over his body for a moment. And then he ran into the trees. I then ran to the body and saw that his heart was removed.
I just realized something we should have checked.
What?
Where was the killing blow struck?
Well, doesn't matter either way. She said that after that he crouched over the body.
Yeah, but he could have not had a full heart if it was struck right into it.
I think she did it.
Honestly.
Is
That could be a detail that could matter.
that
Why was she in her chambers at the time? It would have been a
was
busy.
nighttime.
It would have been a busy hour for the tavern.
Yeah, actually.
Why does she not?
Let me actually figure out what actually happened at the tavern.
Because if the inn
Well-
was that busy, I can only imagine how busy the taverns would be.
Well, I mean, she's not the only waitress, or she's not the waitress. She just owns the
Yeah,
place.
no,
right?
she just runs
Yeah.
the place.
Yeah, so she could be. in her
She's
chambers
basically
running
the
fucking
owner.
bookkeeping. Yeah, she could be there running bookkeeping.
Yeah.
I don't. I think she.
I
would
had
be
I
out
had
front.
a I had a long night and I just wanted to relax for a little bit.
Do you remember where the killing blow was struck?
Well, I didn't exactly. It was hard to see in the night, but all I saw was, they were fighting with what looked to be daggers, and then he fell over, and when I came there was no heart.
Well, if it was hard to see in the night, how could you?
Then
see
how do you
it?
know he's stuck? Yeah.
I mean,
How do you
it's-
even know it was David then?
Do you have any grievances against the accused?
No. David's a really good person, and it was a shock to see the entire thing go down.
Does it glow?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I'll let you know when they say something that's a lie.
Okay. So far, what we know
But it
is
would be, like, the entire town would see that it's a lie.
she's being as truthful as she can.
Mm-hmm.
She's just setting the stage as the first witness.
Yep.
This is more so to the party than to.
Yep.
Anything
It's
else?
basically if you didn't talk with her before.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I just don't see how she could have known it was David.
Yeah, that's the thing
From
that's
that
pointing out to me.
Well, no. Once again, it was just behind her tavern. It could have been
Yeah.
Well, it was. She came out. Heard the commotion from over here, and then she heard like metal clash. She
Yep.
came around the corner, saw that, saw what she
Saw the stabbing and then saw the bolt.
and whether or not it's particularly light out, I can understand. There's nothing
Is she
suspicious
human?
there. You're looking too much into it. She's human.
She is human, so she wouldn't be able to see that well in the dark.
You're looking too much into it.
Actually,
This is
I
just setting
think
the stage.
here's a good question.
One
What
second.
makes you
I
think
I might put a little bit more detail in here. If I remember correctly.
And also, Brown, we're more just poking at it to see if we can find something.
Yeah.
Well,
That
there's no
doesn't mean we
holes.
are going to find something. It's good to ask as many questions as you can, no matter how redundant they may be, because that might poke at something.
He seemed to look at me right as he was finishing up with the body, right before he ran, so I could get a clear look at his face.
Okay,
How far
see,
away were
that's
you?
the detail we needed.
Like 50 feet, 60 feet, 100 feet.
Probably about like 20, 30 feet.
Can humans see that far?
Yeah, dark vision only gives you 60. She'd have dim
But it's
light.
also moonlight, so
Yeah, so it'd be dim
That'd be
light.
dim light.
yeah.
Dim light,
So
30
she can see
feet.
that
Yeah.
far.
It all checks out. It's set in a scene.
Yeah.
It's just better to be safe than sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, and also, Brown, you are somewhat... Yeah, well, never mind. I'm not one to talk.
Well, what exactly made her think that it was, it really was him?
I saw his face.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
okay.
like, she's setting the stage, honestly.
She did say, but a face is a face. There's only so much detail. A face
Exactly,
is-
so we need to see who's next.
Yeah, we do need to carry on.
We
I'll
can
agree
always
with
question
that.
her later.
Yeah.
So the questioning basically continues. No one else has any real. They ask about what happened after. So I called for help, and 2 of the Baron's men came, and one of Brother Rosby's, aside from, came from the temple. The first baronial guard came from along the church, where the priest came from, and the other came a few moments later from the north of the clearing.
Okay.
The
so-
Rosby stayed alongside the lieutenant's body as I went to go get the Revy.
And let's assume they cut through here.
And I
they-
also helped searching for David when it occurred.
So the guards and the priest came this way,
Kind of, yeah.
zooped out that way.
So who came from
Kind of
the north
outside of this.
This is the north, isn't it?
Do we know all the guards that
side?
are
So someone
accounted
came
for?
from that way.
I mean, you can ask later on. I mean, you're kind of in the middle of a trial.
Well, I'm not asking her, but, like, okay, so we can figure that out later.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's a spider right.
So then, Rory comes up, who is an infantryman for the baronial guard, and they basically go up and ask and say, "Are you, Rory? Are you a midget goblin in disguise as a human, in disguise as a dragon?" Yes, I am a midget goblin disguised as a dragon. And it glows blue.
Yeah.
That's a moron for you.
So,
It's very specific.
I was celebrating with my friends, my fellow guardsmen at the Crossroads Tavern. And I stepped outside to get some fresh air. I was walking along the path and getting as far as the watchtower before I heard some commotion at the Shady Oak Inn. More interesting, though, I heard a man's voice challenging another to finish what he started. I ran between the... I thought that said corpse for a second. The copse of the trees and the temple, toward the sound of the argument. I almost knocked over another person as I passed over the north corner of the church. But I pressed ahead to see what was happening. And as I neared the base of the temple hill, I saw that man plunge a dagger into the heart of my lieutenant. I then saw him run into the trees. And this beautiful lady rushing towards the lieutenant's aid. So I pursued my officer's killer. I was unable to find him. I lost sight of him once he entered the trees. So I returned to the body. And found that my officer was dead. And, yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
Why did you not pursue the attacker? Is
I
he the
tried.
second? Oh,
I
you
lost
tried,
sight
okay.
of him. He went
Okay.
into the deep forest, and I couldn't track him anymore.
So
Is he
he
also
hopped over
human?
the bush line. Then.
No, like this area here
Yeah.
in the trees.
Okay, so.
He could have gone over the hedges, but that sounds very painful.
Nah, that does.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So
He probably wouldn't make it, as well as all the guards are always watching the hedges at night anyway.
Huh.
I mean, I assume. I'm a lieutenant for a different army, so I mean we monitor our perimeters as well. So I can only assume.
Okay.
So
I just realized that you were talking to a different army man, so I was like, he doesn't know shit
Yeah.
about their patrols.
Who's next in line to take over for the lieutenant?
well, yeah, because that's just so he came from the watchtower, flew past the temple, down the hill, saw the murder, saw the guy running, took after the guy, and lost him in the fort.
basically.
So who's next in line after lieutenant?
Yeah.
Who so you hear one of the people chime up and go, "Who is with the body? Who is watching the body? Who is with the body? Confirm what you said." The lady over there, a priest and another Barnold guardsman who called himself Seth was present.
Well, I meant like who's next in line to take over for the lieutenant, but that's also useful.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, you could probably ask the captain. Like, I'm just an infantryman. I don't.
Okay,
Seth,
that was the question.
Seth Priest, girl. Okay, that was who was with the body.
So.
Any other questions?
How far away were you when the stabbing took place?
20 feet. Just gotta use the same measure.
Okay. Okay.
Do you?
No, I'm just making sure.
Do you have any advanced knowledge of the arcane or? For
I'm
example,
I'm just an infantryman.
Alright.
No.
You never
Yes
know.
or a no question.
Yes, I know. No, I'm not gonna. I was gonna say yes, I know all magical. It goes blue.
Yeah, let's go that way.
Sarcasm at its finest.
Yeah, no, not on trial, buddy. That'll get you killed.
Right.
Yeah, this is D&D track.
Yep. So
Yeah, I'm not seeing any fallacies with them.
No,
Okay.
he's
no
covered
other questions. No questions about the people. No questions about anything
well,
else?
know who we saw.
Okay. So the lieutenant that was stabbed was his CO.
I
Correct?
think yes. I believe that is correct.
How would you describe the deceased? Would he be a man who was quick to get in a fight, or perhaps somebody who had a lot of enemies? Would you know anything about his? Did you know the man well?
I mean, how well do you ever really know your COs? I mean, they basically, they're there to tell you what to do and yell at you. Besides that, I mean, I don't know anyone who really gets super buddy besides maybe a drink or two.
That wasn't totally the question, though.
Well,
Are you well acquainted with him?
Yeah, are you well acquainted with him? Yes or no?
I mean, he's the CO.
Yes or
alright.
no?
Did he happen to
Yeah.
make a lot of enemies then?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
He's avoiding the question, I feel like.
Yeah, no, it's a yes or no question. Did he
There's
know?
no answer.
No.
Yeah. Brown, you're not the suspect.
Well, no, that's just
He's avoiding it for a reason.
Yeah, he is.
Guilty.
Is there something you're not telling us?
Not
That's the
that
wrong question.
not that I know of.
So
I-
answer yes or no.
I do have
Yeah,
to
yes or
answer
no.
yes or
Are
no
you
on
well
that.
acquainted with your?
telling lies will get you in big trouble.
Yes,
Well,
we
if
know
he
that,
was
dude.
if he was lying, then the chalice would light up. We know it works.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
he's
we know
avo-
it
He's
works.
not answering the question is the problem.
Answer
Yeah.
one
Which
question.
doesn't count as a lie, but it still is dodging questions.
Does he
Yeah.
know him well?
Were you well
Like I
acquainted
said,
with-
I know him
Yeah.
like anyone would know their CEO. It's not super great, but it's not super bad. Like, I don't know how else to answer that question. I'm sorry.
Yes or no?
Yeah,
He's saying no.
Yeah, now he's
No.
saying no. Now he's saying no.
Are you
Yeah.
saying no?
Yes, he's saying no now.
I want him to say it.
No, it doesn't matter. He gave a arguably a better answer than no.
Yeah, he did actually. That was.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you say.
I guess we're on to the next person.
Or does anyone else in the town have much to say on that?
Who's that Seth person that you talked about? Oh, it's probably some new recruit or something. I don't know. I
Is
never
there a
never really seen him before, and
A named character.
yeah, he's probably some new recruit from earlier in the day. I don't know. Something was, yeah, I don't know. Some new recruit. Who knows?
Okay, so we need to
Actually,
talk to
I
Seth.
do have one question.
Yes.
One more. How many of your men? Well, what kind of weapons are standard for your militia?
Oh, I mean, we're normal fighters, so we normally use swords and shields and bows and arrows. Things
You
like that.
Fight similar to my style.
Yeah, I see you're a man of good taste then. Swords are the best way to slice an enemy up.
Of course.
Okay.
Do you ever
We
work
should
with
hang
anything
out
smaller?
sometime.
Smaller like what? I mean, I do work with some arrows every now and again. I cut my steak with a knife, you know.
I mean, have you ever
Is it
considered using a dagger?
Standard practice for a dagger.
I mean, there some people who like daggers. I mean, we don't really use daggers too often, though.
Right.
You don't
Okay.
get as much oomph out of them, you know?
So you'd say you guys aren't trained in that.
I
Primarily,
mean, we do
right?
have people who use daggers, and I mean, I
Just
could
not
use a dagger if I really wanted to, but
But like proficiently use a dagger. You guys are not trained in that.
we don't prioritize it, no.
Okay.
Okay. Huh. That's Seth's name is.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to talk with Seth.
Then the next one is Goblin, who is the temple aide to Brother Rosby. And let's see. Galen, are you able to spit and breathe icy fire? If only I could, because I can, and I am amazing. And it glows blue. Now, did it glow blue because he said he was amazing, or because he could breathe fire? Who knows?
That's the real question.
Yeah.
So I was strolling outside the church during some meditation at Vespers when I was alarmed to hear some fighting at the Shady Oak Inn. I would expect that much more at the Crossroads Tavern. So I ran to investigate. And I also heard an argument coming from the far side of the church. So I ran that way. And as I rounded the corner, I was knocked over by a fighting man.
Oh.
He rose to defend himself. I rose to defend myself, but found his assailant was no longer there. He was much more interested in a single combat that seemed to be taking place at the base of the temple. I looked in that direction and I saw David with with the guard officer, and I saw him kill him and then run into the trees. I ran to assist, but the lieutenant's heart had been removed, and therefore none of my healing spells could save him.
Let's see.
Do you know anyone in the town who may have severe grievances against David?
Against David, no. David is honestly, he's the son of Shredrick. Everyone respects him. Even for that title alone.
And Mhm.
Because we know another person saw him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the third person to have seen him stab that poor man and then run off.
Do you know if anybody would have a specific reason for the lieutenant not to be brought back? Do you think it was deliberate?
I wouldn't know. I don't even really know who the lieutenant is.
Would you have any clue how many people in town know about how removing the heart and how that can nullify any restoration or healing abilities?
I mean, we certainly don't tell people about it at the church, that's for sure. Other than that, I mean, you have people who come and go through this town all the time. Knowledge gets traded, I guess, or you have, we have a number of people here who used to be adventurers, so maybe they learned it through their trade.
That's very fair.
I wouldn't know.
How
I
many
mean,
people do you
or
know
they
that
could
are
be
skilled
reading
in magic?
books. Who knows? It could be anywhere.
Do you know anyone in the town who might practice Arcana?
I mean,
Like as a hobby or...
the only real person who does anything magical would be the priest. Besides that, a lot of stuff isn't really magical. I mean, maybe if you consider the flame fist magical, but that's much more pottery and ceramics.
Yeah, no, that's something different.
Although, yeah. So there's not really the practice of magic, but I mean anyone can. I guess anyone of number of people who are adventurers might have some magical ability.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I mean, after all you have magic, don't you? Some sort of magic.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Oh,
I don't have any magic.
but
Well,
some.
I mean, technically, I am magical.
Exactly.
Like, for is
I
like
mean, I
the
do
proof
have the
of
scroll
magic.
Exactly. Like you are probably the most magical thing here.
Hmm. God, I love how much Ferns just stands out.
Has there been a history of people coming in the town with great magical abilities?
No, it's
Yeah, I don't think we're getting any more in that aspect, Damien.
Alright, fine.
like the thing that just keeps standing out is we need the other guard. We need to hear Seth because
Yeah, we do.
That
Because this guy
Rebecca
didn't really have any. He was just more reinforcing.
solidify, and he's a temple aide for he's definitely a reliable source.
Yeah,
For Brother Rosby.
yeah,
Yeah, mind you, Brother Rosby, he should be a morally devout person.
yeah. Hopefully.
Hopefully, he's basically solidifying Rebecca's claims, and we know that him and the guard sync up because he's the one that the guard ran into.
Yeah, and that's
which ties them together. And Rebecca and Gallon both stood next to the body while the guard chased after the assailant, so they all sync up pretty well.
We need to talk to Mathis as well.
Mathis, we can bug him and see what he did. That's fair, but I doubt he has any view. If anything, he's secretly joyful for this.
That would be good. He would want David to be in trouble because then he could have Carla to himself.
Well, and we know that Mathis is a bard, and bards can
Bards
learn
do
that
have
stuff.
magical abilities.
Well, and sometimes they can get like disguise kits and stuff. It's possible.
That's very fair.
But I think we should move on to the next person.
If we can, or unless anyone in the town has any questions.
That's someone just asks, like, who knocked you over? It just points to the other.
Rory.
He just points to Rory. Like basically they just confirmed the story. It's like, who knocked you over? Well, he did. Like so Borhoff, captain of the Baronial Guard. So Borhoff.
Bornhoff.
Yeah, Borhulf. Are you made of lava? Yes. I am a volcano. It glows blue.
Why do people...
I am stepping forward after hearing Roy. I am in charge of recruitment for this unit, and I have not recruited anyone in my stay since I've been in this area, and I've never recruited anyone that was named Seth. I don't think we even know a Seth. But Roy does drink a shit ton, and he was probably off his ass when everything was going on. So just keep that in mind. I know for a fact that we do not have a Seth, so he must be out of his mind.
Oh, you're talking about... Yeah, okay. And he's referring to Rory about being out of his mind, right?
Yep,
Which
basically.
Which was the guard? Or
That was the infantryman.
The number 2, okay.
Yeah.
So 2, Roy the guard. Levy.
So you're saying that there is no one in your army named Seth?
Nope, not a single person named Seth. I am the person in charge of recruitment. I have not recruited a single person named Seth.
Well, I think we might have found our culprit.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, it's way too early to judge.
Well, we were told you're a witness, so could you give your
No, I'm not a witness. I just stepped forward to basically say that there was no one named Seth. Like,
oh, I see. Okay.
Like,
is there a man
Roy
named Seth in the
Roy
village
drinks,
right now?
so I don't know how much you could actually trust his statement, because He was probably hammered that night.
All right, so that's the guard was hammered. But if he can be trusted, then we should be looking for somebody.
Can
named
I
Seth.
make an insight check on this guy?
You don't need to. The cellist has not detected any lies.
Yeah, that's
Like, he is just
Oh,
giving his
right.
opinion
Keep
on the
reading about
facts.
chalice.
He thinks that Roy would just drank too much and probably just, like, remembers
name.
things completely incorrectly. Because he knows for a fact that there is no one named Seth in the army.
No, but wearing a disguise as one of the people would be very clever.
Yeah.
Like,
Members do come
because
back
like,
to the
well,
scene.
what we could think is he ran off through the bush, cycled, popped like behind this house, then came back in a guard's garb.
Yeah.
Claimed
And
he
we know
was,
this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's believable. He could have had like a dead drop somewhere in the bush for him to go get disguised or something.
Yeah. And we know this guy knows how to disguise already.
Started question. Scratch that out and change it to an S. What? Okay, what I'm doing is practical. It's syncing up movements and making sure everything works.
I need to keep sharpening my pencil.
It always comes down to timing.
Okay, so
I've written 3 pages already.
3 pages print. I have like half a page.
Okay. Well, but I do have large handwriting.
No.
I got a full page.
I'm like, okay.
This
And a lot of
is
it's
so
repeats.
great. This is why I said to take notes.
Okay. I swear to God, if it's as simple as we're just going to have to go find Seth, I am going to kill you.
Actually, I do agree with that.
Because I was hoping for a lengthy court.
A little bit of a murder mystery.
Put it this way. This book is as long as the other book.
Oh, jeez.
And it's only one part. Granted, not everything is the murder mystery, but it's basically the entire, like, journey through the murder mystery and figuring everything out and doing everything.
Alright, well, let's try and close the trial, and then we can let Chappie go to sleep.
Yeah,
And-
that's basically what I was going to do, because once the trial's done, then you guys can move on and
So-
go into investigations.
Does the captain count as the fourth witness, or are there still
That
more
is
people?
the 4th out of 5.
Okay.
Meta.
He wasn't really
Also,
a witness.
Brown, I also have to say that I did sketch down the map a bit that you're
Okay.
drawing.
Good. Well, you're welcome for the beautiful artistry.
Okay.
Yeah, no, thank
So-
you.
Who's the last
I'm
person?
really glad I made a copy of the last map.
I will erase this once it's done.
No, you can keep it. Like, I literally, like, if I move you over to here, it's all in fog,
It's all
but
black.
it's all in fog, but I have a brand new copy of that map.
Okay. good.
Also, I'm happy I remember how the town was laid out.
Yes. So.
Okay. So next, because I'm assuming you guys don't have any more questions, he was just there to say,
Yeah. Boy,
Seth
stupid.
doesn't. So next is David, the son of Shedrig. So they're gonna say, David, are you the daughter of the Prince of Persia?
What?
Where's a Persia?
Yes, I am the daughter of the Prince of Persia. It glows blue.
Okay.
I have to think of lies, okay? He is full of sands of time.
Did
You
you
tap
kill
dance
the
on the
man
moon.
in question?
I did have an agreement with the lieutenant, and maybe I instigated the fight with him.
Okay, but did you?
After we got separated from the bar in the brawl, I realized I was being foolish, and I basically I basically left the inn and walked immediately home.
So,
Okay.
This
Right,
story
right.
does seem to
David-
check out.
David?
Okay.
We did find him
One question.
holding a cloth to
I-
his
I-
nose.
Well, one question would just help wrap this up in one thing.
Yeah.
Yes or no? Did you kill the lieutenant?
I did not kill Atan.
and the chalice says,
He's telling the truth.
Okay.
"Hey, well then, that he's innocent."
The
being
crowd
awful.
starts beginning to mutter between themselves.
Now, I believe we know who the
That
real
something
culprit
must be
is.
wrong. That the
Well, let's
chalice
verify.
has indicated that conflicting testimonies are true.
Well, let's.
The
make
reeve
sure that's
quickly ascends to the platform and announces that the proceedings are concluded for the day, and they will resume at a later date when more information has been gathered. He dismisses the crowd, and they leave with the expression of stark disbelief and fear on their
We could have
faces.
saved a lot of time if we just started with David.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, honestly.
And that's how a trial should start.
Many
So always
make
start with the opening
criminal
witness.
signs of protection from evil as they depart. The Revi invites the heroes to his office to discuss taking new measures towards discovering the truth.
Okay.
And so begins the next episode.
Yep.
Yeah. And I assume we're ending off here? Ending off here? Blah.
To be continued.
I really like this.
Yeah, no, this is
That was
fun.
interesting.
I mean,
So-
Oh yeah,
basically-
remember when I said I was really excited to run this?
Yeah.
Like, I got the
point.
bar fight, and then while the bar fight was going on, a bunch of stuff in the background happened.
Yeah.
I.
That was a fun bar fight.
Put it in.
I almost killed 2 people, but
Well,
that
this is the
fun
thing.
bar fight.
This was almost our trial because we almost had 3 murders.
Right? Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
At
we
least
would have
for
gotten
the
off
sake
easy.
of it, I still love the meat. The
That
meat
was
man.
amazing.
They were dying laughing. I just love the fact that I just did like constitution saves just because I was like, let's just see what happens. And the
So,
first one rolled a 2 on his con save.
Seth is the prime suspect.
Yeah, 100%.
How do we know if there even is a man named Seth?
Well, that's the
Well,
thing.
we
He's
don't.
most likely a shadow name. So we need, but that's what we have. So we have to search for somebody named Seth.
Well, maybe not search for the name, but search for the person.
Well, there was
A
a girl and
What was
the
Seth
other guy
described
with him.
as?
um.
So
Besides
there's
being
2
the
people
guard.
we can talk to.
Well, unfortunately, we
see.
can't really rely on anyone's testimony on his physical appearance because we don't know.
Yeah, and well, that leaves. 1 second. Can
But
I
it would still be something to go off of.
check?
Yes, but barely that they could easily
Um,
change
Would
because we already know they've been
changelings
stabbed
be
twice.
considered nature?
Yeah. Well, maybe.
I don't think that would be considered nature. To like check
Could
if
they be-
someone is a changeling?
No, to check what they would do.
Uh,
For example, if could I ask, would changelings know or usually target the heart?
Yeah. Can I go off my history see if there was any activity of changelings in the area?
let me
Something like that.
Yeah, actually, that could work.
Let me see. Let me read a little bit more. So,
Actually, it doesn't matter. It's our time's up. We should be saying goodnight. And
yep. I'm trying to see if there's anything.
That's a question to say for next time, though.
Yeah.
Yep. Basically. It is not. I'll let you know that it's not a changeling, because changelings aren't in this world.
okay, good.
Are they not? Well, which world
changelings,
are we in? Are we in
changelings
Faerun,
I
Greyhawk?
are unearthed arcana.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So technically, it's testing material.
Tacting. Well, actually, no, I'm not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. Now you're Eberron.
Whoa! Although Warforged are still technically not supposed to be really around.
Oh woo.
Hmm.
Um.
I love the race, but man, do they just stand out. Except in Eberron, which is like not a new setting, but still uncommon in 5e.
No, it's still a pretty new comment like section, but it's a fantastic place. It's just
Yeah.
got so much lore on it the first time I went through it.
No, I had the hardback book because I like putting things on shelf, and
Yeah, that's true.
no, and this cover is very nice too, and I've read through half of it, and I probably need to reread it.
Mm.
And take note because I do want to do like I know I keep saying it. I want to do a D&D campaign. But either way, that was fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay!
All right, well, I'm gonna go watch Netflix and crash asleep.
Okay. Have a good night, Omega.
Yeah. You be
Yeah.
well. Good night, people. Thank you for
But
the.
before I go, I have
Yeah,
to
that
say,
was a lot of fun. It was really
Yeah.
funny listening to you guys try
That was
to
awesome.
certain
before
stuff.
I go, I must say one thing. Shia Kazane.
I was gonna fucking. Bye bye,
Meow.
people.